Okay, I think we can begin now. Just to kind of give a brief summary of last session, you guys were able to clear out the gremlin lair in the old sycamore. You guys rescued Jathal. However, you had your horses stolen, but you were able to recover your horses with the help of this your new goblin friend, and you guys made it back to Oleg's trading post. When you got back to Oleg's trading post last session, you met somebody named Keston, which happens to be a relative of one Talos. He was sent by Lady Aldori to come and help out Oleg's trading post, but you guys had already taken care of the bandit threat by the time he arrived. He has given you a whole bunch of other quests. There's some bounties. You guys turned in the bandit bounty, but there's some other bounties available for extra experience points. He did mention to you guys that the bandits that they were able to capture had mentioned that the Stag Lord is very interested in this place called the Temple of the Elk, and he has put out a directive for the bandits to go and burn the huts in the Temple of the Elk. You're not sure why. Obviously, the Stag Lord is not, he's very cryptic about why he's doing anything. And you guys are, right now, you're safely in town in Oleg's trading post. You guys don't have to pay any room and board because you'd helped Oleg in the past. I think you've done your shopping. You've sold off your old stuff. And we're ready to go.
Oh, we still have to deal with the kobold's lair, correct?
Yes.
Oh, you guys have several options you can.
Mm-hmm. No, I know, but we were
one of them is just go west and just don't stop until we hit something where John's like, you probably shouldn't go that way.
Well, come on, that's kind of metagamey.
Yeah, let us fail. No.
Well, the thing, the thing is, if you want to go, you can. I have not given you plot hooks to go into a high level area. That's the thing. So I give you plot hooks to keep it within the area that you guys are supposed to be in. But I obviously this is an open world, and you should have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Well, also we had discussed going to the kobold lair just before we realized that we had to really rescue the elf who ended up being our new party member. But we were on our way to the kobold's lair before that. And we have a quest. Yeah, we have an older quest to retrieve an item that the kobold chieftain has, right?
They have the.
You guys have the item, actually. Oh no, you mean the ring? Don't. You guys,
the ring.
Yeah, you guys have one of the items that the kobolds were seeking.
The sacred statue.
But they have something that we need that wasn't from the trading post, but from another location that we were supposed to get. I can't remember where.
I don't think they had anything, but the kobold leader is a purple kobold who is Tartuccio.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
Jathal can tell you more. She told because she traveled with Tartuccio when you guys had left Restov. And this is a story that she told you. I'll just kind of remind you. She, Amiri, and Tartuccio left together, and they also gathered a couple of other adventures. They bought a really big carriage that goes really fast, pulled by 4 horses. That's why they were able to get a huge head start on you. They also stopped by Boken's hut. And according to Jathal, Tartuccio went in there, got a very mysterious package that turned out to be some sort of transformation potion. And he drank that potion later on, which turned him into a kobold. However, she says something was wrong with that potion, because once he turned into a kobold, he started acting very strange. He started forgetting who he was, and he started acting as if he were a kobold. Well,
that's funny.
So they continued on, and they got to Oleg's. They spent the night at Oleg's, and they stiffed Oleg. They left in the morning without paying the bill. That's why Oleg was pissed off when you guys got there. And then they traveled south, and it seems that Tartuccio already knew where the kobolds were hiding out. Initially, his plan was that he wanted to transform into a kobold. He wanted to take control of the entire kobold layer because they're easy to control. Once he gets control of them, he has his own veritable army. He was going to use that army to kill the Stag Lord and then become the Baron of the Stolen Lands. However, once he got to the kobold layer, Jathal says that ironically he's lost his mind. Something was wrong with that potion, and he actually began thinking he was the some sort of purple kobold. He kept talking about a purple dragon, even though they don't exist. And he says that he is the servant of the purple one, the purple dragon. She says that he has completely lost his mind, and all she wanted to do is take the first opportunity to get away from him. So when the purple kobold, and obviously the kobolds were stupid enough to believe him, they easily got swayed. Half the kobolds believe him, and the other half the kobolds were loyal to the original kobold king. So there's some tension inside the kobolds. Jathal took the very first opportunity to get the hell out of there. How the purple kobold sent Jathal to the gremlin lair to retrieve the kobold idol. However, the purple kobold also sent Jathal intentionally into a trap. She thinks he did it to get rid of her, and that's how she got captured. She doesn't know what happened to Amiri. As far as she knows, Amiri's still there with the purple kobold in the caverns, and she can lead you to the caverns once you get to that area.
Okay. Have we been exposed enough to Tartuccio to know sort of his skill level? Like whether he's far more advanced than we are, or more seasoned than we are?
You have not seen his combat skills. You've seen his silver forked tongue diplomacy skills. He was rolling with master modifiers at the time.
Right. Okay.
Of course, he says that he is a master wizard, but obviously, anything he says is taken with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
He told you that he's a master level spellcaster, but you guys caught him pretending to be passed out because he's a coward as well.
And Lindsay hates him with a passion.
Oh, Lindsay has some personal history with him because they are both from Pitax.
Right.
They had both at some point worked for the king of Pitax, a man named Iaravelli, which is a really nasty person. And Lindsay left Pitax because he was such a horrible person. Iaravelli probably has much in common with him. With Tartuccio, so he probably continued to serve Iaravelli.
Mm-hmm. Well, because Lindsay hates him with a passion, I say let's go get him. But that's my vote.
All right, then
Jathal and I want to go for him.
Jathal wants revenge. He has intention. Right. He intentionally had her and a bunch of his kobolds charge this old sycamore, knowing that they would get overwhelmed by the mid-flits.
Right.
She's very upset about that because she got captured. She got tortured, even though she doesn't feel pain. It's still, not comfortable to be bound up and tortured like that.
Probably more embarrassing, right?
Exactly. She's she is an elf that's lived for thousands of years, only to be kind of holed up in a gremlin lair for a couple of days. It's not something she's proud of. She's Jathal. You realize that, and when she starts talking to you, she speaks with a manner, with an old tongue, that probably hasn't been used for hundreds of years. You realize that she's been alive for a long time, and she has a lot of pride. But it's very obvious that she is only a shell of the power she used to have, and she's very opaque. She's not very transparent about who she used to be and what she did. Your influence isn't high enough. She doesn't want to tell you how she got cursed, where she's from, or most of her life. She did tell you that she spent the majority of her existence trapped in a tomb. So she is she was alive. She's alive for thousands of years, but for much of it, she was trapped in a tomb and has not been able to participate in the world.
Sucks. All right.
And she thinks that if she were to be destroyed, she would once again be trapped in a tomb, and that's why she does not want to be destroyed.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, she's motivated to keep existing and not get destroyed, because if her body is destroyed, her spirit will once again be trapped somewhere. She can't die, like truly.
John, did we want to sleep?
You guys, when you get back to Oleg's, you guys took a rest.
Because I wanted.
I
wanted to talk to Valerie before we rested.
Sure. Well, what do you say? What do you say to Valerie? What do you say to Valerie?
I see Valerie. I greet her, and I start talking to her about Knock Knock and how I want him to slowly find joy in Shalyn, and then I want to try and to get more friendly with her, but also find out what did she bought. My mind's still curious about what she bought it for Vulcan.
Well, when you talk to when Valerie sees Jathal and Knock Knock, she immediately is very taken aback. Valerie looks at Jathal and she says, Why did you bring her? Whoever she is, her soul is clearly dark and evil. And then Jathal looks at Valerie, and Jathal doesn't like her either. You have these two NPCs that are kind of diametrically opposed. Jathal's like, oh God, Miss Goody Two Shoes again. I can't, she was like, I was hoping she would have been killed by bandits by now.
I like give a little small shop and whispers to Valerie, remember, oh my God, I went blank.
Oh, well,
give me one moment.
Valerie doesn't seem to be as open as you are in terms of converting people to Shaylin. She looks at Knock Knock and she says, well, it's not that the goblin can't be a devout follower of Shaylin, but, this goblin over here, I don't think his heart is in the right place. As a matter of fact, it appears that he worships a cruel and evil god of monsters.
Yeah, he does. He goes with a mushu, but I'm trying to transform it. Wouldn't be the greatest achievement we could have done to bring him to Shalyn, and Shalyn forgets all, and she prefers to everybody to be peaceful now.
She says, Shaylin will forgive. Shaylin will bless and forgive to those who are willing to follow her. And she says, and as a matter of fact, with my journey leaving the Church of Shaylin, I believe that it is only after I leave the constructs of the church and regimens and reading the scriptures that I can truly follow Shaylin in my own light. And I think that anybody who follows a god has to do so with his own free will. She says, just like this goblin over here, and Knock Knock sitting there just picking his nose. She says, unfortunately, there are those of us, because we have the free will to choose, there are some of us who choose the path of evil. And she kind of her eyes go over to Jathal. And she says, people who have chosen willfully the path of evil, there's little you can do to convince them otherwise unless they come to a decision on their own.
Well, I'm sure they won't do that with constant negativity, will they, Valerie?
Says, I don't consider, she says, I don't consider, I don't consider what I'm saying in any way negative. But there are forces of good and evil in the world, and if you try to mix them in a single pot, sometimes it's like oil and water.
Well,
She says my her influence is high enough that she won't get both Jathal and Valerie have high enough influence that they're not going to get into
a fight.
they're not going to get into a conflict just being together, but they clearly don't like each other at all. Knock knock, he doesn't really care. He's oblivious.
I would just say to Valerie, isn't it true that Shaylin wants love to be spread?
So, she says Shaylin's edicts are to spread beauty across the world, and she says, and in truth, I've actually forsaken my my cause to Shaylin, so I don't feel like I have much of a right to speak for her anymore. But I do know of the goddess that Jathal worships, and this is a goddess who wants to destroy the order of the world, destroy life and death, to exist beyond your time and what is right.
And what? How do you know of the god that her goddess is the one you speak of?
Oh, she's told me herself. She worships Urgatha, and she freely admits it.
Wow.
Urgatha is so in the Pathfinder world, Urgatha is the goddess of undeath. She is always at odds with a goddess named Pharasma. Pharasma is the goddess of death. When living things die, they go to a place like the underworld, a place called the Boneyard. That's what they're supposed to do. The spirit's supposed to go there until it is reborn. But Urgatha says, no, we don't have to do that. You can exist forever just by some undeath means, some unnatural means. So clearly, Jathal is even an evidence of Urgatha's power because she is undead herself. So Urgatha is considered an evil god. So, naturally, people who worship diametrically opposing gods, they wouldn't be very friendly with each other. Knock Knock also worships an evil god. But this is for another reason. He worships the evil pregnant goddess Lama Chu. So it's interesting NPCs you picked up here. You can roll an influence on Valerie. I have a DC.
Okay.
Set.
What can we do for her?
If you want to roll a religion, or a diplomacy.
Okay, I will do a religion. Oh, may the dice be with me.
That's a success.
Very good.
Valerie's influence goes up. I think Valerie's influence is high enough that she does tell you what was what the package she got from Boken. She kind of pulls you aside and she says, "Okay, I mean, I will be honest." And she takes out this package that she got from Boken, and she says, "You see, I mean, my whole life I've been under this under so much pressure because I'm considered extremely beautiful. They thought that I was blessed by Shaylin at birth with a supernatural beauty, and my whole life has been dictated by my looks. I have not been able to escape this. I was 3 years old when they forced me into the church to study the works of Shaylin. I was forced into this vocation. I never made any of my own choices, and I always thought of this beauty as a curse and not a blessing. And that is why I sought the help of Boken, the master alchemist. He has access to powerful magics, an alchemical formula that can change my appearance permanently. But she says, but not just change my appearance, but this would actually even change the very nature of my being. It was a forbidden magic, and I think I sought his help at my most desperate hour. And this is what this potion is. It is a potion that will actually change my ancestry. And she says, but but right now that I have the potion in my hand and I paid a lot of money for it, I paid, upwards of 2,000 gold, all of my worth, all the money that I had to get this potion. Now I'm kind of torn on whether or not I should even drink it.
What does it change you to?
She says it changes you to an ancestry of your choosing. And she says, I would really love to just be a dwarf, just a plain and simple dwarf, unremarkable, not everybody just fawning at my feet, telling me how beautiful I am. Just go about my life.
Thank God we don't have any dwarves here.
But I say out loud, oh, but my God, you'll have to trim your beard then.
She says, that's okay. She says, I don't want to spend... When I was a devotee of Shaylin, every morning I had to wake up, put honeydew nectar in my divine hair so it would glisten in the sun, in order to worship Shaylin and to honor Shaylin. And she says, I'm sick of it. I've never been able to live my own life. I've never been able to be my own person. And she says, and this was going to be my chance. But now that I have everything I wanted in my hands, I'm not sure I can even drink it. And she opens up the package, and you can see this very powerful, potent, magical potion, kind of a bubble. It still fizzles like as if it's like a soda, that's been opened. It's kind of fizzling in the bottom.
Impressive.
She says, "This is my all the money that I had left from my inheritance." She says, "I actually, and when I gave up my family crest, I symbolically even given up my family name. I don't even want to be noble anymore. I just want to be a normal person, an adventurer. I want to fight and earn my own place."
I reach out to her and hug her and say to her, "You are a normal person. Your beauty does not detain you, and Chilling won't also take you that for your beauty. While she does say love beauty and love and all that, she also wants us to be happy with what we have of our own self. If taking that potion makes you happy, then take it. But I like you how you are, and I think you're wonderful as how you are. You don't need this potion."
Oh, she's very grateful you said these words. She says, "Thank you so much, Scarlett." She says, I think I'll hold on to this potion a little bit longer and really kind of decide if I want to take it. It feels good to not be forced to live a life in a certain way anymore. Just to be free. She says, you know what, I'll hold on to this potion for now, and maybe I'll decide later if I still want to take it.
I just say to her that, no matter what your choice, but don't do dwarf. But if anything, become a halfling, because we have better love lives. Yeah.
She says, you know what? I've never actually considered a love life. All I ever get are nonstop noble suitors. This Lord this and Lord that, asking for my, to call on me, asking for my hand in marriage. I can't take it anymore. She says, all I want is some space. I want some space and figure out who I am. Maybe someday in the future, but at this time, that's the last thing I would want. He says, yeah, but a halfling, that's not out of the question either. I can see myself as living life as a halfling as well. But this potion is not reversible. Once you take it, you're changed forever.
Exactly.
And she says that's why this decision weighs so heavily on me.
Let me tell you, if you decide to become a halfling, there's no way for even a split second you'd want to be anything else but once you've made that change.
She says, but I don't know if I can wield the sword the same way as with the shorter.
Oh, you do bring up a good point.
How about an Amaru? The cat trap.
She says, no, those unfortunately people of those ancestries have even more suitors than I do.
Oh right, that's true. What about an elegant centaur?
I've never met a centaur. Perhaps if I were to meet one and found out more about them, I would consider it. Just just rest assured, I won't. Until we're more stable and we've accomplished our goals. I won't drink this potion and potentially affect our progress. She says, this is something I'll decide later on when we've accomplished our goals. For now, you need my sword arm.
I finish giving her the hug and say, as long as you're happy.
Can you
Whatever
roll
route you
a
take.
perception check?
Okay, perception.
Yeah. There you go.
I think only Scarlet, only you notice that while you're talking to Valerie, you see Knock Knock's kind of chuckling to himself in the corner.
Okay, so I finished that and go to near Neg. Neg. I think Knock Knock is chuckling to himself.
Well, he seems to do that a lot. Kind of a strange creature, but yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, Knock Knock is a semi-feral goblin that you guys have taken on.
Hey, who's there?
He-
what are you laughing at?
It just happens that he's not acting hostile right now. But these are, in general, a lot of these goblins that live out in the wild and are from goblin clans in the wild. They're pretty nasty creatures usually. It just happens that Knock Knock seems to be friendly to you guys.
John, I look at Knock Knock after she points it out, and I say, "Hey, who's there? What are you laughing at?"
Knock Knock, think of funny joke. He just kind of looks at you, dumbfounded.
Oh, it's funny. Share it, please.
Well, Knock Knock was fighting Hydra in my village. Knock Knock, is a strong warrior. Knock Knock has mastery of kutris, and he takes out his little knives. He's not even holding them right. He's like, when Knock Knock was fighting Hydra, Knock Knock did not know that Hydra have many heads, and you cut off a head and more heads grow out. Knock Knock didn't know this. But then Knock Knock was fighting Hydra and cutting many heads off, and heads keep growing, and Knock Knock says, "Oh, gonna be overwhelmed." But then Knock over the boiling pot and burn the Hydra, and Hydra die. Funny. And he kind of looks left and right.
Ha ha.
Oh,
You see Scarlet like tilting her head, like confused. Like, okay.
You can roll a perception, sense motive perception for Knock Knock.
Is someone controlling Knock Knock?
Nobody's controlling Knock Knock at the moment.
Oh, I see. Just do a perception roll. I see.
Knock Knock, there's something going on with him, but he's not going to tell you. Let me see, 25, no. Yeah, there's something going on with him. But he's not. It doesn't seem like he's going to be telling you anything. Your influence with him is very low, but he's still, for whatever reason, he wants to follow you, and he won't leave you alone.
Yep.
Hey, when you go out, you want Knock Knock to follow? Knock Knock follow behind, watch horses, so no one steal them again.
That's a good idea, Knock Knock. You could stay with the horses.
Yes, it'll be good.
The horses.
Maybe
might
you
not
can make
like that.
friends with them.
Just don't eat them, Knock Knock.
No, promise not to. And you can see that he licks his lips.
Hey, don't do that.
I promise. No, Knock Knock won't eat the horses.
Don't kill my blueberry.
Otherwise, we won't be friends.
Oh, no, Knock Knock needs to stay friends with you. Knock Knock likes you.
Well, then you need to treat them as if they are us right now. You have to treat them nice.
Oh, if you promise you, Knock Knock can be adventurer like you.
Treat them as if they're your brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know how they treat their brothers and sisters. So you treat them like you want, like they're us, okay? And if this is the first step to becoming an adventurer like us.
Okay.
You said treat them like out of character. You said that. I'm thinking like For all I know, he murders his brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Well, from what we've seen of the goblins so far, have we seen? No, wait, we haven't seen goblins
No.
so far.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Actually, in session 0, you guys did meet a set of goblins.
Right, I've met goblins before in the lower Gnarl Marshes, but they may be very different than these ones. We don't know.
Yeah.
Those goblins also talked about Knock Knock.
Especially Lamashu's followers.
They talked about Knock Knock. Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they were
Cool.
saying they were waiting for Knock Knock, actually.
What do you remember? What happened to those goblins?
They
Oh my
took a long nap.
Yeah, you killed
They
those
got-
goblins.
Yeah, we killed those.
Knock
goblins,
Knock
right.
did mention that he had a family that and they were religious. He calls them religious pilgrims, although they worship the Lady of Beasts, and he says that they were murdered by adventurers.
Ooh,
Oh.
all right.
They were also in like that abandoned dwarven church.
Yeah,
so
but-
maybe that's a
But it seems like he hasn't connected their death to you guys.
Yeah, well, he probably never will unless we mention something.
Yeah, if you don't tell him, I mean, how's he gonna know?
Mhm. Mhm. With all
Charlotte,
this,
you will
talk-
never
But
know.
Knock
remember
Knock
that
thinks
part.
that Lamachu talks to him directly and gives him commands. He thinks. You're not sure if he's actually out of his mind.
What do you mean we're not sure?
Well, he's an odd fellow.
Yeah, he's pretty well out of his mind.
But he tells you that it's Lamachu is the one that told him to come and find adventures and become an adventurer. That's why he's found you guys. He's found out somehow that you guys are on a quest to conquer the stolen lands, and he wants to ingratiate himself with you. But this is all to follow his evil goddess Lamachu.
yeah, you'd think she'd be telling them to just hook up with undead and necromancers or something.
Oh no, he's not. He's not a fan of undead. He's more into magical, mysterious beasts.
Oh, okay, that's the other side of Lamachu.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. Lamachu is a goddess of magical beasts. Those that are ostracized from society. Those that live in the wild. They have feral instincts. Evil magical beasts, like trolls and ogres and stuff like that.
Jotuns.
Yeah,
Hydras.
Yeah, also even hydras are Knock Knock believes that Lamachu sent the hydra to destroy his village just to find the strongest goblin, and that's him.
Mhm.
He tells
Cool.
you guys that he single-handedly killed the hydra.
Yeah, we believe him.
No, not I have power of Lamachu. Can't die. Lamachu protects.
Yeah, with all this talk of gods and goddesses and external forces, Neg's just sort of rolling his eyes, grumbling him to himself and saying, "External forces, tell me about it."
One thing that's very similar with the Pathfinder world and 5th edition, and that's something I play off of a lot, is the gods are always putting their hands indirectly into the world and your adventure and your story. There's always some sort of influence from one god or another.
Okay.
Unlike 5th edition, Pathfinder recently just had their first god death. Like the Pathfinder gods don't just keep dying and resurrecting like 5th edition. They usually persist, but there's this is after the story of Kingmaker, but recently the first god to die was Gorum, the goddess of war. The god of war. That's in the story War of the Immortals. So that's a big event in the world of Galarian because gods don't usually die in Pathfinder.
Would we know of this?
No, this is after your adventure, right? Your campaign.
Oh, okay.
The timeline's much later because after the Kingmaker campaign, then you get the timeline of Wrath of the Righteous, which is where it's north of where you guys are, the Stolen Lands. There is something called a world wound up there, where demons are pouring out of this mysterious gate, and that gate has to be closed. So that's the story of Wrath of the Righteous. But after that, there's War of the Immortals, where Gorham dies. But back to where we are right now. You guys need to decide what you want to do. What's the next step?
All right, I think Gunthar's right. I think he says that we should focus a little bit more, and we should pick a quest or two and work to that. So I think the best course of action would be to find those kobolds, destroy them, that purple gnome, or whatever color is that gnome, and get that ring. And that way it'll be, hopefully, like 3 in 1. And then we can, return back here and, return the ring and make some more progress.
Okay, so you're going to go after the kobold's lair.
Yeah, Neg definitely wants to go after the
be
kobolds. Yep. That's what Neg's wanted to do all along.
Scarlet says, well, we have that statue we can use with them. We also have this quest given by your cousin Talos, and we also have Sylvanas ring. So we have 3 quests united just going for the kobolds.
There's another quest. It's not even in the quest log, but it's part of your main quest. It's to go to the Temple of the Elk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't consider that a separate quest. That's part of your main quest. You don't. That's optional part of your main quest. To go to the temple of the Elk, and then you have a whole bunch of wanted posters, and then you have a quest that's related to the main quest, which is find Falgrim, which is the guy who betrayed Keston and Keston's mercenaries and has joined the bandits. So those are that's all your quests there.
And before we even go to that Temple of the Elk, we should go to near the Temple of the Elk, a little bit down. There's like a cabin or something that has the Stag Lord's weakness.
Yeah, that's it's in the same area as the Temple of the Elk. The Stag Lord says that there is a small village. There's a bunch of abandoned village with a bunch of huts, and he wants that village destroyed. He wants his bow back, and he wants that village burned to the ground.
And since the kobolds that we know are in the hills of the Green Belt, there's a chance that we might come upon Tuskgutter, right? That really, really nasty war.
You don't know exactly where Tuskgutter is, but he's known to be prowling around the Now Marshes.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Tell me where you can declare where you want to move.
Which direction are the kobolds again?
I will show you the kobold location is here.
All right, so I think we should we could actually go diagonally down 2 spaces, camp for the night, and then go in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we try to avoid the hills to avoid the difficult terrain, or is the river going to be that anyways?
The hills are not difficult terrain. Now marshes are.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
You can move that token, so you show me where you want to go.
Can you point again? Where is it? Oh, okay, perfect. I now see it.
Okay, so that is 1 day of travel. You end up over here. Evening is setting in. I believe you guys need to do a camping.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we have a camping expert.
Yes. One moment. Survival. Oh.
Yeah, whoa.
Hold on a second. You guys are in Greenbelt region. I believe that might be a critical success for the Greenbelt region.
Oh, well, for 28.
Yeah. I believe so.
I mean, I didn't even add the 1.
So with
no, Lindsay is not with us now.
So with a critical success, I don't think I think you are free from random encounters tonight. Greenbelt's are
Nice.
easy to score success in. You're free from random encounters tonight. You have Jathal with you. Her camping ability is actually to protect the camp with undead spirits. But if you're not going to get attacked, if you have no random encounter possibility, then that doesn't matter.
I would like to try and camouflage again, though, just in case, even in the next day or something, in the morning when we wake up. Is there a point to camouflaging? Or does the camp already have camouflage with that spectacular success?
Well, there's no possibility of random encounters. That's all I can say with a critical success.
Okay.
I'd like to tell a story.
Sure.
All right, so I picture in my mind right now it's like, dark out and we're sitting by a fire. And I'm sitting there, I'm drinking some, and I say, staring off into the fire, and I say, when I was a child, like I just start talking, right? And I say, when I was a child, my mother, she forbade me from using magic where anyone could see. I didn't understand why at the time. I felt like a curse had been branded into me. An unwanted thing. Broken before I even knew what wrong meant. But as I grew older, I noticed a strange man who came to our village now and then, always trailed by a pack of kobolds. I never knew his name, only the dread his arrival stirred in my mother. Every time he came, she would hide me, pull me into the cellar, a closet, anywhere. And each time she whispered the same desperate warning, stay hidden, stay silent. When I was about 8, kobolds came without him. The sky grew pale, the wind froze solid, and snow began to fall, unnaturally and without mercy. And then came the screams. The kobolds turned on us, butchering townsfolk by the dozen. No warning, no reason, just death. Then, above us, a shape eclipsed the clouds. A dragon, enormous and deathly white, descended on the village. Frost on its breath, malice in its eyes, it began to raze everything. My mother tried to shield us, but she couldn't save my brothers. I watched as the kobolds cut them down. In the end, she dragged me under the shattered frame of a wagon, pressed her bleeding hand to my lips, and told me not to make any sounds, no matter what. I obeyed. But silence can be a prison. I heard her scream, I saw her fall, and then the wind. Wings beated like thunder, snow exploded around me, powder and ice blinding everything. When the storm calmed, I saw it. Him. The dragon landed, a mountain of death. It spoke to my mother in Draconic. I didn't understand the words, but I understood the tone. Searching, hunting, something, someone. And then it devoured her. Just like that, my family was gone. My home, ice. I wandered the wilderness, half-starved, hollow, and alone, until a baron on a hunt found me, more beast than boy. From that day on, I made a vow. Not one of healing or hope, but of vengeance. I would become powerful enough to face that dragon. Any dragon. But this one, specifically, to end it. And the kobolds? They made their choice. They tied their fate to dragons. I hold no pity for them, no mercy. They will answer for the blood that stains my past. I look up at everyone and I say, they will suffer.
Oh, that's excellent. That is excellent. I'm giving you some role playing experience for that. Excellent story. I love that story.
Thank you.
Do you see that Scarlet? It's like she's a bleeding heart, so she's very sad about it. She's like, oh my god, that your poor mother.
Jathal very much approves of your quest for vengeance, and she very happily says, "You see, those are if you ask someone such as myself who can't feel joy or fear, happiness, pain, pleasure, or or torment, one of the few things that drives me is vengeance. That is something I still can feel." And she greatly approves of your story.
Nice. Ooh, maybe I should do a what is that called? Let's see if we can increase her liking or not like it? Whatever. What is it called, John?
Influence. Yeah,
Influence.
I will give you.
Influence.
I give you a +2 circumstance because of your story. If you want to try to roll an influence on her.
Okay. Diplomacy.
Yeah, diplomacy would be the most appropriate, I think.
Okay. I'll look at her and I say, together we will get vengeance on them. Oh,
Ooh,
that was low.
No. It's a regular failure. You don't lose influence with that.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh yeah, John, could I roll a crafting check to make a cat's eye elixir? I think I needed to spend it would be like the first day of it, so I'll need another day for it.
Yeah, you need 2 days, and if you spend 2 days crafting it, it's the same amount as if you bought it. You can craft it over the course of like 3 weeks and get it for half the price or something. But yeah, go ahead, roll the crafting. What level is the item?
It'll be. Let me check real quick.
If it's a level 0 item, it's still a success. If it's a level 1 item, that's a failure. It's you're 1
Level
point.
2?
Yeah, if it's a level 2 item, that's a failure.
Okay, that's okay.
It's a regular failure, so you don't lose anything. You just lose time. Anything else for camping activities before we turn in for the night?
Well, I might try the camouflage. It sort of looks like there could be a benefit to it.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, there's no random encounters. There may be some scripted encounters, so you can't tell.
Yeah. All right, I'll try. I don't know if that's a success or not.
17 is a success because you're going against the zone DC,
Okay.
which is easy
Cool.
because you're in a green belt. So that is a success for the camouflage. Unfortunately, you have no chance of random encounters tonight. There's no scripted encounters here.
Okay.
All right, next day.
We wake up.
Yeah, wake up.
Wake up
Daily
and prepare
preparations.
ourselves.
Daily a prep. You're ready to go.
So
What
where
would kobolds be, by the way?
What do you mean kobolds?
Are they like not heritage, like creature type?
I
They're
think
dragon dark, right?
yeah, but they're a little bit more humanoid in the Pathfinder because they're playable races.
Mm-hmm.
So kobolds and goblins are both playable races in Pathfinder. They're as a matter of fact, a goblin is a core race.
Well, the reason I'm saying is, could I
They're-
use the Oath of the
they're-
Slayer as like dragon? You know?
No, they don't. They're not considered dragons. They are considered humanoids.
Okay.
They're not
Okay.
considered draconic. Although they just like in 5th edition, they do worship dragons.
I know that.
They believe that Tartuccio has convinced them that he is under the service of a purple dragon. As far as anybody knows, there's no such thing as a purple dragon.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, make your movement today.
Yeah. So which way do we want to go?
Yeah, where is the kobolds again? Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
I didn't see at the beginning.
That was where the lair was, right?
Jathal can lead you directly to the lair. You don't have to
Okay.
do a recon with Jathal. So
Perfect.
you guys make that travel action today, and it is now sunset when you finally arrive at the kobold lair. And Jathal leads you to an area where there is a broken down church. It's a very old church. You can't even tell which god the church was previously a church to. There's nothing there but a foundation. There's no loot there. There's no rooms there. Everything has been stripped bare. Behind the church, there's a hill, and Jathal leads you. You can tell Jathal leads you to the entrance of the hill. She says, "That's the kobold lair right there."
Are we
She says
really near
these are called
food?
these are called the soot scale caverns, as the kobolds have named it. They're black kobolds worshiping an ancient black dragon they call Old Sharptooth, which is she says sounds to me more mythological than actual.
Hmm.
And she says
Yeah.
they think that,
Old
and
Sharptooth.
she points at that idol that you guys picked up. She says they think that this depicts their dragon. That clearly is not no dragon. That looks like a horned devil. She says.
I see.
Could be worse.
Jato, do you know if there's kobolds use light sources or just complete dark vision they have down there?
The kobolds do use light. They do have vision at night, but they prefer to keep their caverns lit.
We need to get across the river? Or we already
No,
crossed?
you guys.
River.
There's no. You don't have to cross a river. The river's like a stream. You can just wade across. It's not a big deal.
Okay, good.
And Jato, would you know if the church there is that completely barren or?
He said, yeah, I don't know. It used to be a church. I can tell from the foundations of it, but it has been stripped down to nothing long ago. It's nothing but a foundation now.
Is it defensible? Can we camp in it?
She says, I wouldn't suggest it. There's nothing but a foundation there. She says, I think that what used to be here was a small hamlet, because the caves, I believe, used to be an old silver mine, because the kobolds had discovered some tracks and wagons that buried deep beneath the soil before they had inhabited. Must have been here for hundreds of years. Kobolds have been here for a few decades, as far as I know.
Oh, okay. Does she know how long it's been abandoned and wrecked in a ruined condition like this?
When the kobolds arrived here, they had found it this way, and they just decided to use this place as their base.
Since it is evening, we should probably pull back a little bit and find a camp spot.
All right, you guys can pull back and make a little camping spot here. You can run the camping.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
That is another success, not a critical. Not a critical.
I will attempt to camouflage.
Cool, and I'll organize a watch.
Oh, cool.
So you guys set up a camp. Anybody want to do any camping activities?
Let's see.
I don't. Scarlet is just humming and having fun while doing the camping around.
Organizing a watch takes an action, right?
Yeah, that's one of the camping activities.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just do that unless somebody else does too.
But the learn from a companion, those are like companions like Lindsay, right? And
Yeah, so Lindsay has spells that you can learn from her. So if she's with you, you can when you go back to town, you can do it too. But if you can spend the activity to learn her spell.
so
But
none of our companions came with us this time, right?
Jathal's with you.
Or Jathal, okay, just Jathal, okay.
Jathal does not have any spells that you can learn from her.
Mhm.
Jathal does have some perks at higher levels, but nothing now. And Jathal's camping ability is that she has a ghost watch. Anything else for camping activities?
No, I'm just gonna chill, i.e. relax.
Yeah, me too.
Well, the random encounter rolled a thick fog that gets into the area, dropping everyone's perception by -4.
Woo!
But you don't get randomly attacked by anything. But you guys do hear some footsteps out in the fog, but obviously it's so thick you can't see anything. While you guys are sleeping, you hear footsteps going back and forth. Has some hissing noises.
Hissing noises. Does does the hissing sound I guess any way to possibly distinguish it through hearing? What type of creature it might be?
I think if you roll society or nature.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll society. No, I don't know.
You can't tell.
Okay. There's
You think the hissing's organized into a language. This is some form of linguistic communication.
Scarlet gets an aha moment and thinks, "Hey, isn't things kind of like Crystal said about the thief thing? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Or maybe it could be kobolds. Do we know if kobolds do that?
I mean, it would be I think it would be very likely to be kobolds. They are like lizardy, so I imagine having like a more like snake or like reptile type tongue.
Well, does it sound like draconic to me?
Yeah,
I
but
do speak
you're
draconic.
probably sleeping. Yeah, but yeah, it does sound a little bit like it. It's far away and off in a distance. You can't distinguish any words, and the fog is too thick for you to see anything.
Okay.
But the night passes by uneventfully again.
good.
All right, so well, obviously we should. Did you guys want to check around the cavern, or did you guys want to go directly sneak into it?
I mean,
I
we
think we
should watch out.
We just approach it cautiously. I think if there's some creature sneaking anywhere around it, we should be able to spot them.
I mean, if we want to sneak around, if we really want to, we can always try to see if Jada brings us in, I suppose, captives or something.
Jathal knows that there is one main entrance to the caverns. However, there are secret passages that go even deeper into the caverns. They are silver mine. It used to be a silver mine. So she said she's not sure if there's another escape passage out of the caverns, but the one she knows of is just through a main entrance, and the front area is trapped with pit traps. She tells you.
Pit traps, crap. Yeah, let's.
No. Do we even know how to untrap?
I might be able to do it with thievery, but
Well, she tells you where the pit traps are in general, so you can
That's
you
good.
know. So if you go in that area, you're gonna know that that's where they are.
Yeah. Okay, good. If she, I mean, she knows it this well. I think we just need to approach it cautiously. Minding all the knowledge she's given us beforehand.
Yeah,
But that's
I agree.
just my opinion. I don't blame me if we fall down a pit.
No worries, I will never put it. I also decided to follow you.
So you guys, Jathal brings you to an outcropping of large boulders that emerges from a weathered face in the nearby hill. There's a narrow opening in the rock that leads into a cave and the darkness below, but you can see there's a little bit of a kind of torchlight flickering from inside the cave. There is a fallen sign on the ground where you guys stand. And it is and then you also hear something sobbing, like crying. Well, you guys look at the fallen sign, and you can, as you scrape off the ancient dust, you can just barely make out the words "Oak Top Silver Mine." And when you look at the lettering, you guys can roll a society if you want. If you want to know more about.
God, can't roll worse
No.
crap. That's bad.
No, everybody can roll, even Jathal, if you guys don't. Talos rolled it. Talos, since you're a noble and you've been educated, you recognize that this script, this writing font, is characteristic of an ancient society called the Taldorians. They used to populate and live all over the stolen lands, but this is ancient, before the Earthfall.
Okay, I would share all
Yeah,
of that.
that society, they still exist, but they've shrunken down, and they have a nation way down to the south that is just a shadow of what their empire used to be. Just think of it like the Roman Empire in modern day Italy. That's what the Taldorians are.
Okay, and there's no relation to Aldori, right?
No.
Okay, good.
So can we pick? I can do a perception check to see where the crying is going.
Crying's coming out from the inside the cave.
Does it sound painful, or is it
It
laughing
sounds
cry?
no. It sounds like it's pathetic and painful and suffering kind of crying.
You see the Scarlet's like, oh, I hate. We must go and find out who's crying like this. That sounds very sad and awful.
It could also be a trap.
That's true.
We have to be careful, but we should definitely. I agree. We should figure out where it's coming from, who it is.
March into the opening.
Yeah, what the heck?
You guys have you guys can control your tokens.
Mhm.
There you go.
This is it to
Where
the right?
exactly
That's
is
the
the
opening. Like,
opening?
am I moving the neg to the right place here, or it's not really clear?
There's some boulders obstructing a path. So as you get to
Okay.
around the boulder, you see that there to your left there is a
Can I say something before? Because I don't know if we're going to hit combat or not, but the point that I'm going to get at is it pitch dark in here?
there is some flickering torchlight way in the back.
Okay, because I can't see anything.
Low light vision, you should be okay. If you don't have any sort of special vision, it's pretty dark.
I'll cast a light cantrip on you wherever you want it.
Okay. I will put a light cantrip on.
Put it on Jathal. Or me, it doesn't matter.
Okay. I'll put it on. Who did you put it on?
I put it on Jathal.
Okay.
There we go.
I cast a light cantrip on Jathal.
So you guys see that to your left there is a cage made out of thick wooden branches, and behind the cage there's one of those gremlins, a midflit, and he's sitting there crying. Doesn't even notice you.
Well, I don't feel too sympathetic from.
So that's what was crying.
I don't care much for the midflit, but if it's in pain, I hate people in pain. So I can just kill him first before.
Yeah, I love it.
Put him out of his misery. Sure.
Meanwhile, he's just crying because he's lost, and you're like, kill it! And I'm like, yeah!
I mean, do you want to try and befriend him and say
No.
that we came from the king?
No.
Okay, then I'll just follow everybody's lead.
So Jathal has the light cantrip, and as she kind of approaches, she pours light into the cavern. And when she does this, you hear a voice from the back. Wait! I want to talk. Don't.
From the Mifflin?
Don't. Not from the Mifflin. Something else in the back of the cavern. There's a creature hiding back there, and the creature says, "Don't attack. I want to talk."
Who are you?
Natpick. And you see from the side of the cavern, you see these three clawed fingers that are black scale clawed fingers grab the side of the cavern, and as the kobold kind of makes himself seen, he's still hiding behind cover, just in case you guys hurl spells or something at him. And he slowly comes out, and you can see his yellow eyes are glistening at Jathal's light spell. He says, "Did not expect big folk. I thought we more Mitflits coming. Wait, no need to fight.
And why's that?
He says, want to know why you're coming here? Why you bring the Dark One back?" Jathal just rolls her eyes.
We're looking for someone and something.
Who are you looking for here?
The purple one.
Tartuk.
Yes, Tartuk. And a ring.
Says, ring. And he
Yes.
kind of, you see, he kind of thinks for a second. Tartuk wears ring, stole from the Mitflits.
Yes,
Old ring,
that is the one.
human ring. He says, you work for Tartuk now or no longer? Jathal says, I'm here to slice Tartuk's head off. He says, yes, that's good.
Oh, so you don't agree with Tartuk?
No, Tartuk is usurper. The true ruler is King Sootscale. But Tartuk come here. Tartuk lies, says he worships Purple Dragon. Convinced half the kobolds to follow him. Other calf follow Sootscale. We are about almost having civil war. If you here to kill Tartuk, then you're welcome.
Where are your friend kobolds and where are the followers of Tartuk? Who's further into this?
Inside cavern. Half of kobolds follow Tartuk. Half of kobolds follow Sootscale. Very tense. About to break out in war.
Sounds like we can make this to our advantage. Just as a information side note, where are these Jathal's? I asked Jathal where. Sorry, I'll just ask Jathal, where are these pit traps? Are they far from here?
She says they're right in front, and she points directly to the hallway before you. She says, I think there's 3 of them. She says, I can. You can ask Nat Pick to disable them. It seems like he's friendly to us.
Well, Nat Pick, will you disable them?
He says, if you're coming to kill Tartuk, yes.
Yeah, we are.
He carefully goes over to the pit traps, and he kind of he pulls these little strings, and it opens it drops the straw into the pit traps, so you can see where the pits are, so you won't fall into them. They are nasty, poisonous spikes on the bottom of the pits, but he shows you where they are, so you're not going to fall into them. And
all right,
because you guys talked your way through it, I'm going to. That's part of your encounter. XP.
Okay.
He says, I pretend I didn't see you. You go through. I tell the scouts around the corner. that you will come through. The Dark One is coming back.
And wait a minute, before you go, how many are in there?
30 or more. Some follow Soot Scale, some follow Tartuk.
Are those that follow set scale closer to us or furthest from us?
He says closer.
Oh, good. How far would you say?
Around
tell
the
me?
corner. Around the corner in the cabin.
Just around the corner. Oh, excellent.
Is there a
Alright.
way to differentiate you guys from Suit Skills followers and the Tartuk followers? I mean,
Tartuk force all his followers to wear purple headband.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Jathal says yes. It was extremely uncouth.
It's like one of those 1980s
Yeah.
exercise headband. Ooh. I say we go in. Let's go in. Does Jathal want to keep leading? Or?
If you ask her to, she'll be happy to lead.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
could lead. I asked her
I like
to.
her to lead because then I can remain in darkness.
Is what, she lights everything up?
She lights everything in front of her, and I'll stay just out of
So,
the light range.
As you round the corner, you get to this little alcove area, and you see that there's two kobold scouts. Kind of, they were hiding in the corner, but Natpik told them, to let you through. So they just kind of motion you through. Neither of these kobolds are wearing the purple headband from Tartuk, and they just say, "Keep going, go. We didn't see you." So Jathal
Let me help you. Yeah, there. Huh.
Jathal
You will
continued.
have to move me.
Oh, you're
I'm stuck. Thank you.
Yeah, oh, there we are. I was getting stuck too.
Yeah, unfortunately, the problem is that the walls in this area are a little obstructive.
That's cool. At least then you've got line of sight done for you, right? So
So as Jathal stops here and tells the rest of you, she says, if you go up this corridor over here, and she points in this direction, she says the kobolds have set up a temple for Old Sharptooth. And she says, if you have that idol from Old Sharptooth, it'll weigh a lot for them. And she says, if you go that direction, you can go find Old Sootscale's lair. It seems that Tartuk has taken over Sootscale's old lair, and he has put himself in the common room. He says, if you want to find Tartuk, he's further south.
Mm-hmm. We should.
So what do you propose?
Let's put that idol or the necklace.
If you ask Jathal, she says, we shouldn't even beat around the bush. Let's just go over there and cut the damn kobold head off.
Of course. But
do you think we could leverage this statue to get them to fight for us?
She says, "I'm certain
absolutely.
We can. If we possess this statue, that they worship this."
Yeah, we should try that.
I don't want to give it back to them, but I do want to use it as a bargaining, or
so,
at least hold
so you guys,
them.
You guys can choose to go see Soot Scale or Tartuk.
No, we're not going to see Tartuk. Forget it. We want to kill him. Soot Scale would be better, but you're saying that. So let me get this right. This fetish. The idea is if it's put on that statue, it reanimates that statue. Is that what you're saying?
What? No. The fetish is the statue.
Oh, okay, that is a statue. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, as far as you know, that little idol that you picked up doesn't really have any magical properties that you can figure out.
Right, but you pointed to something like in that area there.
Yeah, that's where that's the temple. That's where the statue used to stand before the Midlets stole it. And apparently the Midlets have been stealing the statue. for years, and they've been stealing it. The kobolds steal it back, and they've been stealing it. So it's been a stupid game for many years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should eventually put it in there, but it might be better to hold on to it till we meet soot scales. Just at least let them see that we have it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you
I
have the
can
choice if you want to go and talk to Soot Scale or go directly to Tartuk. Your
Soot Scale
your
for
old
sure.
nemesis who has been transmorgified into a kobold.
Well,
yeah, I think it might be beneficial to see if we can get him to fight with us by leveraging this statue.
So Jathal says
Yep.
then you want to go this way into the temple.
All right.
Oh, okay, so he's in the temple. Oh, good. That's okay. Yeah, for sure.
So the walls of this cave are smeared with charcoal and blood depictions of a looming, sharp-toothed reptilian devil.
Get rid of that.
It looks exactly like the idol that you guys hold in your hands. There are two low stone tables that sit in the middle of the room. One of the stone tables is stained with blood. You see a bunch of those non headband wearing kobolds standing around. They just observe you intently. They were told by Natpik not to attack, and they recognize Jathal. She was previously considered the Dark one of the weapons of Tartuk, but it seems like she's no longer allied with Tartuk, so they're not upset with her. So they just look at you very, very cautiously. They have their weapons drawn in case you try anything funny. There's 6 of them.
I say, where is Soot Scale?
Let's scale. And they motion to the caves to the east. You guys can look at look at all the old kind of iconography around here. It's nothing you recognize, although the kobolds worship it.
What does it look like, at least?
There's the statue is of a humanoid figure. It looks like a horned devil. It's got horns and it's got a tail. The kobolds think that it is some sort of dragon, some black ancient dragon that is the predecessor to all these black kobolds. But it doesn't look right, and Jathal doesn't think it's right either.
Okay.
You can do a religion check, but it's a very high DC if you want to try.
I want to try it.
I'll try it too. It's really a long shot for me, but you never know.
You need a nat 20.
Yeah, no, I didn't get it.
This
Nowhere near.
This is legendary level religion. Only a nat 20. Only a nat 20 will cut it.
Oh
my
shit.
goodness!
Let's go.
Well, Jathal's been alive for a long time, so I guess she knows.
Makes sense.
It does.
Jathal says, "I believe." She whispers to you. She says, "Don't tell the kobolds, but they don't actually worship an ancient dragon. What they're worshiping is a devil." She says, "This iconography is ancient, but I recognize it from my distant youth. This is the sign of a devil. This is diabolic." She kind of chuckles. How ironic. She says she says that there could be a variety of devils that have known to have existed, have lived, died. Who knows if this devil still exists? There's Alcanazar. There's El Bishibabab. There is, and she kind of rails off a list. She says, "But I would not tell the kobolds this. It would be very sacrilegious if you want to be in the good graces with them."
I see. Well, I guess you're right. We should keep it to ourselves.
She says, "Whoever this old sharp tooth is no dragon."
Oh, I believe you.
Scarlet nods too.
Interesting. How did they get the idea of this?
That is a good question.
Maybe it's because of the
Probably.
horn.
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, it's a devil that sort of has dragon features, so you could understand that. But why did they embrace a new deity or
We can
devil?
Maybe the
ask.
No,
maybe the
the
devil tricked them.
kobolds think this is a dragon.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
got that. But why? Like they worship something before this, right? So why did they suddenly start worshiping this?
No, they this is what they used to worship. Now they worship Tartuk's purple dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was their kind of religion. They were under the impression that Old Sharptooth is an ancient black dragon that was the origin of their species. So they had been worshiping Old Sharptooth, but Tartuk came in, usurped half of them, and has a lot of them worshiping this purple dragon that doesn't exist.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah, he's a
Jato,
fraud.
how is
Those.
he showing people that there's a purple dragon? Does he have a statue or something like that of a purple dragon?
She says, I think that he is relying on the ignorance of the kobolds, having never seen such magic. It appears that Tartuccio has gotten himself access to some forbidden magic that has changed the very nature of his being. He does appear in all in all respects as a purple kobold, which the other kobolds have never seen before. So they believe he is real, and if he is real and he has these magical powers, then certainly
So too
perhaps
must be the god.
perhaps there does exist a purple dragon, even though there does not exist one. Tartuccio simply using magic to fool these kobolds.
Of course.
At first, I thought that this was very clever. I was liking his plan until he betrayed me. Now he has to die, and I believe most of these kobolds should die too.
I agree.
Let's get him. But we want to meet Sharptooth. Not Sharptooth? No. Oh God, my brain's a mess. Who's the other
Soot Scale.
kobold?
Soot Scale is the original. He's the original king of the kobolds. So the other kobolds direct you to this direction. That's where Soot Scale's hanging out.
Okay. And I don't see him here, right?
I don't
Why
have
are we
tokens
bothering
out
this?
because tokens
Okay.
slow things down. I'll bring tokens out when they're
Okay. Okay, that's
necessary.
fine. I'll only go this far.
So going this far, you guys see it extends to a larger hallway.
Okay.
Here, I'll bring you over it. The hallway opens up to what appears to be a common room. There's numerous beds of furs that lie scattered throughout the room amid smoldering cooking fires. While to the south, a 10-foot wide alcove contains a large mounds of furs framed by dozens of sticks. It's mounted with ash-smeared skulls of many birds and small animals. And here you see there are a lot of kobolds. There are about 12 kobolds here. 4 of those kobolds have those purple headbands on, and they are sitting there yelling at each other in Draconic. And you can see that there is a kind of an old looking kobold. His scales are like kind of old and frail looking, but he's wearing this ceremonial hat, which is declaring that he's probably the king of the kobolds, Chief Sootscale. Do I have a picture of him?
So he's being confronted by purple kobolds.
Yeah, they're having a massive argument. They're almost at blows.
Well, we need to help him. Get these purple ones made the wrong choice.
So there's Chief Sootscale, Kobold Chief, and he's trying to calm all the kobolds down. They're speaking in Draconic, but I believe Aramin, you understand Draconic.
I do.
So Chief Sootscale calms down. He says, "Kobolds no kill kobolds." And you can see those purple kobolds says, "You must embrace the power of Tartuk, the power of the purple dragon." He says, "Old Sootscale no longer holds power here." And those kobolds have their spears drawn. They have it pointed at each other. and they're kind of yelling and screaming. And the chief he looks like he's trying to calm things down, and he's trying to not let everybody not let the kobolds kill each other.
I'm gonna say in Draconic, like I'll speak up, right, to over them, and obviously Draconic, and I'll say, sit scale.
You can roll an intimidation. It's so noisy, and it is so noisy and chaotic here. Even to be able to speak over them.
I guess they don't hear me.
They don't even hear you. They are so busy. One kobold slings a rock at another one, and the other one draws a spear, tries to stab the first one. Things are getting out of hand.
You know what? I have an idea.
Yeah.
And let me know if you think I can do this. If I did electric arc up in, does it have to target somebody, or can I do it to make it so that it's bright and it shows people? Not targeting anyone, but do it so that way I can get people to look my way.
Well, you probably have to use a different spell, like prestidigitation or something, or for something like that.
I could do light. I can cast. I just realized I have the light cantrip. If I casted it like on like up on the ceiling.
What if you cast it on the totem and like held it up?
Actually, yeah, I will hold the totem and I'll cast light on it and I'll raise it up.
Okay. If you do that, you can roll again, diplomacy or intimidation. You add a +4 circumstance because you're holding their totem.
Just before he does that, can I cast Detect Magic just to see if there's other magic sources here?
Oh, that's not a failure. That's actually a success. You cast Detect Magic, and let me see if there's any. I don't think there's no. What's the range that you got going on with Detect Magic?
30 feet.
There's no magic within 30 feet.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you tried to detect magic on that totem. It's clearly not even magical, to your knowledge. Maybe there's some latent magic that's surpassing your ability to detect it, but from what you saw, the totem is just an inane. It's an ivory finish. As you do so, you raise the totem up, and all the kobolds kind of turn to you guys, seeing that the totem and the Chief Sootscale comes over. Our idol. You have returned the idol to us. Old Sootscale be praised.
I yell out and say, Sootscale, I am answering or speaking through this totem. Kill the non-believers. Kill the heretics. They are no longer your kobold brothers. Tartuk is a heretic and he must die.
Okay, that would be a deception, and I'm setting a fairly high DC for them for you to do that.
Well, if I added something to that.
What are you adding to that?
Anyway, I kind of wanted to see if I could make it more of an. It's the same modifier, right? But I wanted to add to it and say, or face the wrath of us, because I'm going for an intimidation route. I'm trying to be scary here. I'm yelling. I'm looking at him with a lot of like an angry face right now.
Sure, that makes sense.
Oh, hopefully I grabbed the right one. Here we go.
Okay, that's a success. We're gonna be going into combat. This is gonna be a big combat, so I have to because of the amount of things on the board.
Okay.
Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah. Do you want? We can only use perception initiative on this, right?
Yeah, you guys are clearly not stealth anymore.
Oh,
okay.
I got my first nat 20 with Araman, I think. Maybe not first, but
I just pray my bad rolls stop before I shoot something or hit something. Fuck. That's unreal. Jathal needs to roll.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I'm saying that because I forgot to roll our lovely bard last time. Oh my god, she rolled well too. Wow, did I ever epically fill my initiative?
All right, I give me a second. I have to populate the board because we got a lot of stuff here. I didn't realize you're gonna be getting the fight on right here, so let's fill this board up.
But wasn't there just 4? That but there's
There's a
some that
lot. There's a lot. There's
okay.
12. There's
a
actually
lot of a lot of purple headbands, or just
both.
kobolds.
Both.
Okay, yeah.
You
okay,
guys are
that's
jumping
okay.
into a civil war that you just started.
Yeah, cool.
Oh God,
Love
yes.
Love it, man. That's excellent.
Right now, the purple headbands are outnumbering the other guys, but there are a couple of those other guys come in from down below.
Yeah, but you know damn well they're feeling some religious fervor now.
All right, we ready? So, the ones in purple headbands are outlined in blue. They're not directly hostile to you, including Chief Sootscale. And the ones that are hostile to you are outlined in red, so you guys know who to kill. These are the ones wearing the purple headbands. Let's go.
Oh, I like that you can do that. That's really cool.
All right, Scarlet, you are first in initiative.
Okay, so
Oh, I'm lucky.
let me see how much. If I hit this guy, and let me just click on him. Oh, it's certified, so no, I have to move. So I move right here, and I'll do electric arch on him on the red one on the back. Okay, nice. Yeah. And that ends my turn.
Okay, Big Chief Sootscale. He's gonna take a step over here. Chief Sootscale has a effect called Bark Orders. Pushes other kobolds under his command to fight harder. All kobold allies within 30 feet gain a +1 status bonus on attack rolls. So definitely this fight's in your favor. Sootscale does not want to kill other kobolds, but at this, it seems you've convinced him. He takes out his ceremonial club and clubs the kobold to the south. Sootscale scores a crit. Obliterates that guy. Okay, Aramin, you're up.
Okay. Let's see, this guy. Electric arc, where are you?
Sootscale also has unbalancing blow, which after he critically hits, he deals all creatures are flat-footed against him until the next turn. So you guys are
wow.
You're pretty lucky you're not fighting him.
Oh, and you know what? I just realized I still have another action. I'll just do a recall knowledge.
Sure.
I just want to see if I can come up with anything else that I might know of weaknesses on kobolds. Or actually, you know, before that, what their highest save would be.
Okay.
What would I roll for that?
Or are you targeting the regular kobolds or the chief? They have different numbers.
Actually, I have a question. Does it? I'm assuming, and if this is meta, just tell me. I'm just wondering, mechanic wise though. Does the higher CR, you will, if you will, for the creature, does that mean that the challenge would be higher?
Yes. So
Okay.
if the creature is a higher level, you have to roll a higher DC to successfully recall knowledge. So it'd be
Okay.
very easy against these little kobold minions, but against the chief himself, it'll be a little harder.
Well, what stats would I even be rolling?
Well,
check?
for a kobold, I'll accept society, arcana, religion, because they're considered humanoid. So I go by the type of creature they are.
I'll do arcana on the Sid scale.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
I can lie to you, but you,
Yeah, lie to me.
but you're gonna
Lie to
know
me.
it's a lie.
Just lie to me. It's okay.
Soot scale has a fireball. There you go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Right on.
Get ready for the fireball.
Next round. Watch out.
Okay, so one of these little kobold minions, he's going to use his ability called Hurried Retreat, which gives him extra speed. So he can dash all the way down here. So he can get some flanking against this kobold. Using his spear. But he misses anyway. So he's going to try to do a second attack, also with flanking. Also missing. Jathel's turn. You are in control of her since you've leveled her up.
Okay. Can she stand on the one that is dead?
Yeah. I'm going to delete his token.
Okay. Will she be able to make it here?
Where?
I put her in front of the red kobold, the one that you just moved.
I don't see her moving.
There it
Oh, what the hell?
Almost.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the moving, and then the attack.
Oh, she nat ones.
All right, second attack. That's 2 ones in a row.
That's a hit.
Wow.
Good damage.
Ooh.
Dying.
All right.
All right, this kobold is up. He's going to move over here to get some flanking, off guard. That is a hit. He's going to go for a second attack off guard. Oh, I'm sorry. He gets sneak attack because that creature was off guard. So that creature's dead. I don't mean to roll that second attack. He does get a sneak attack damage, and that creature, the other kobold, has like 1 hit point, so it's got to be dead. So that's kobold number 4 is dead. And it's got one more movement. It's got one more action. It's going to try to attack the kobold to the north, but it's got a serious multi-attack penalty. Talos, you're up.
Okay, sudden charge.
You don't even need the sun. Oh, if you're going there, you do. But you can't go through that kobold. There's no space there for you.
Okay. I thought there was a little
Yeah,
space.
yeah. No,
right
no,
under
no.
him.
There's no space for you.
I'll just head straight down then.
That's a hit. That's a critical hit.
Excellent.
I have a feeling it's going to be gone. Yep.
Dead.
Is it me, or I think these guys are less tankier than the missive?
They're pretty weak from your experience.
Alright, and that's my turn.
Okay, Gunthar, you're up. Okay, you move over there. You have flanking bonus against the kobold.
Make sure my targeting is correct here. And so that's off guard.
Yeah, it's off guard. Second attack's a hit. Oh, he is finished.
Did.
And that's my turn.
Neg, you're up.
Okay.
There's one final kobold with a purple headband.
I see it. I see it. Yeah, right there. I raise my shield of the 6 sails. Then I hold out in my hand. I have my lustrous cold iron, and I point it at him, and I fire off my needle darts. What else is my best attack? Oh, miss! Jesus Christ!
Don't forget when you raise shield, click that thing on your in your character sheet.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I did.
Good. Just in case you get hit.
My bad rolls continue. It's unbelievable, but it is, of course, the case.
All right, so this kobold gets in over here. He can't really get much of a flank, so he's just going to hold on. He's gonna spear this kobold. That's
No, he's not.
One miss. 2 misses.
Oh,
Oh boy.
And then this kobold going to return a favor, spear him. He misses. Seeing that this kobold is outnumbered, he's going to run. Let's see. He's going to use hurried retreat, and he's going to use it twice, which will give him 60 feet of movement. 1, 2,
Holy
3,
crap.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. He disappears. And as this kobold disappears, now the chief looks at you guys. He looks at the idol. He says, "Advantage is ours. Now we kill these big ones, take our idol back, and we get to kill the dark one." And Jathal rolls her eyes. I told you these kobolds can't be trusted. So now these kobolds have turned on you. After you help them kill their
Bring it.
Well, these ones deserve double as much death then.
Wow.
Kill them each twice.
Well, you guys choose what to do. Do you want to try to talk them down? But for the time being, they're going to roll attacks on you.
no, I want to fight him.
Yeah, they don't seem to be that tough.
No, they're not that strong.
I look at Aramet and said to him, I think your bloodthirst is coming onto me, because I feel like you should just show the head of the big guy and show it to Tartuccio and see if you can talk your way out.
Maybe we can.
This kobold, given orders by the big chief Sootscale, is given tactical orders. He takes one step back without activating opportunity. Scarlet, you're up again. Now, the guys you were helping now have turned on you.
Wow, this is sad, but you guys were the one to decide this, your fate. Let me see.
Hey,
Here
John,
we
it looks
go.
like Jathal's an enemy right now on accident.
I don't. Yeah, I think I clicked something off. I clicked that hide NPC thing.
That's fine. I can still use her. I'm just don't hit Jthal, everyone.
Yes,
Where is
please.
she? I don't even see her. Oh,
Well,
I
yeah,
guess-
she's on the other side of you.
Oh, I
but
see.
she's-
Yeah, yeah. She's set as a foe.
Oh,
One of the kobolds rolled a really good 20, so he takes no damage.
And then I am going to do skill knowledge on the sheaf, and I want to know his weakest save.
Hold on, I have to set a level for him. Go ahead. Society, Arcana, Religion. Those are the ones that. Oh, Thievery, I'll take too, because these kobolds have some thievery skills. That is a success. You want to know his weakest save? Fortitude.
Fortitude. Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you. Right, my turn.
Aramin, there's something coming from your mic. It sounds like a car
Oh,
engine.
sorry. Yeah. Hold on. I'll mute myself. My bad.
Okay, that's your turn. Now it's the Big Chief Soot Scale. Talos is right there. So he's going to try to do a attack Talos and then do a sneak attack. He takes out his club and smacks Talos over the head with a club. Oh man,
Oh,
Talos, you're in bad shape because he critted you.
Excellent.
He does damage plus a sneak attack. So
Ooh, bastard.
that's rough.
Mm-hmm.
and you're off guard to him. Whoops. Hold on, let me redo this. 9 plus 6 plus 6. 6 is a sneak attack. Okay, that's... I'm sorry, he didn't have you targeted. That's why I had the problem. I'm going to roll that again. That was a mistake. There we go. He gives you a big whack over the head. Since he has you unbalanced, he's going to try to go for a multi-attack. Because if he can hit you again, that's more sneak attack damage. And he's got you off guard. He got you again. Hold on. There, he has to do another thing of damage. Because there's a sneak... he has a second sneak attack. I don't know why his sneak attack's not activating. Because you... Oh! So he does an additional 1d6 of damage to you. Additional 1 point of damage. You're still up, right? I think you got a lot of hit points. You're a barbarian.
Oh yeah, I have 8 HP now, but honestly, that was a ton of damage, but I'm still up.
That's only 2 attacks. He's got a third. Let's see if he can hit you with a third attack. Because he's attacking at plus 12.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I think that's going to put you down. Chief Suskia says, "See, we can win!" Beats his chest.
That was like just a crit too, like the exact
Jeez.
number.
Okay, Aramin,
Yep.
you're up.
Okay.
Chief Sootscale just went berserk and has taken down one of your allies.
So, how does this statue look? I'm holding it in one hand. If I threw it as hard as I could on the floor, do you think it would break?
Probably.
What if I telekinetic projectiled it at him?
That'd be hilarious. I don't think he. I'm not sure how much he'll notice. But that'd be hilarious. I will give you a +2 circumstance bonus to your attack roll if you telekinetic projectile into his face, because that'd be hilarious. That's the thing he worships. And
Yeah. So I'm gonna move here.
okay,
Oh, I got stuck on a wall. Can you move me? Thank you. And I say, hey, soot scale. This is what I think of your bullshit.
if you crit him, the thing will shatter in his face, and it'll be hilarious.
Well, if I don't crit him, will it still shatter?
Maybe, maybe not. It's ivory, so it's pretty sturdy.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna throw it as hard as I can at him.
Yeah, use so +2 to your attack roll. Definitely a hit.
Casting. Where is?
You whack him in the face. The idol drops on the floor, clanks on the floor. A little bit chips off, but it doesn't totally smash. And Soot Scale screams, "The idol! Get the idol!"
And that is my turn.
Okay, Jathel's up. I mistakenly had her as hostile. Yeah. She might turn hostile. She's that kind of person.
Okay. She's gonna move here. Then she's gonna pick up the idol.
Okay, that'll cost an action. She picks up the idol.
And oops, I don't think I have him targeted. Chief Suit Scale. And then she's going to do her Touch of the Void.
That's a save on his part. He fails his save. Takes the full damage. Plus Touch of the Void, I think, drops his armor class.
And you know,
So,
I'm assuming she'd say something as she grabs the idol and, you know, does that to him.
She says, "I've been wanting to do this for days."
Of course.
She says, "Rot doesn't hurt me, but I know it's gonna hurt you."
Nice.
His armor class is dropped by -2 for 1 round, so I'll keep that in mind. That's very helpful because his armor class is very high.
And that was a point I used for his or for her focus or something like that for the devotion.
Yeah, it's the focus spell is sort of like the warlock spell. He uses it, but can refocus with 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
That Touch of the Void is like a negative lay on hands, so she can also use it to heal herself.
Okay.
And
All right.
Talos too.
So we got this this other reptile. Soot Scale does not like the fact that you're messing with idol, so he commands his that other kobold to come and attack you. He takes a movement over. He comes at you with a spear. He does get you with his spear. He comes with a second attack to neg with a spear.
Oh.
Well, with a -1, no, not with your shield raised. See, you see how raising your shield has made all the difference. Talos, we need a recovery roll. It's a flat D20. You can also roll it from your character sheet. Right now, you are dying. Did you get taken down? You didn't get taken down by a crit, did you? No, it was a regular hit. You got taken down. So you're dying 1. You roll a recovery check. Your DC is 11. It's a flat DC.
Hey, I just thought to myself right now, I didn't even think of this, but I could have done Touch of the Void on him, and that would have healed him. Would that have brought him up?
That would have healed him, yes. But then that also puts him in the spot to go down yo-yo style and
one more
get more dying. So that's not always the right thing to do.
Okay, so
would I target myself for that recovery check real quick?
You don't have to target any. It's a flat DC. It's a flat D20, and your DC is 11. That's what you want to beat.
Yes.
Easiest way to do it is just to drag D20 out of the dice.
See, I'm doing that, but like it's not like it rolls on my screen, but it's not going in the tracker.
You have to put it inside the chat box. Oh man, you're dying too. dying 4 is your max, so you still got more chances. And most enemies will not attack your unconscious body unless they have a vendetta against you. They won't do that. That's just like GM, general GM management, because that's really cruel. Gunthar,
Do
you're
we
up.
all have hero points, John?
Yes. By the way, Talos, at any time, if you're dying real bad and you are out of options, you can exhaust all of your hero points that you've gotten that day, and that will stabilize you. So
Okay, I'll
so
probably
there's
do
a
that
lot of
next turn.
there's a lot of cushion to not totally die.
I'm gonna heal him anyways, just soon.
Naturally, I mean, you have opportunity.
Yeah.
So with Pathfinder, HP goes up and down rapidly, but there's a lot of cushion before you're actually dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that.
All right, I want to get around to soot scale. Then whack on
You
'em.
have to tumble through those 2 kobolds if you want to go that through them.
Acrobatics, right?
Yeah, it's an acrobatics against their fortitude DC. So Gunthar, in order to make that check, first you have
Is that what you're saying?
this is
I
what you
go
have to
that
do.
way?
First, you have to take 1 step here. That will cost an action, and then to tumble
What
through
about going the other way?
the other way, you'd have to you can move up to here, but you still have to tumble through soot scale, which is a lot harder. It'll cost probably all 3 of your actions to be able to get in position.
So I can't actually hit him.
Well, you can do this: 1 action to move here, another action to tumble through. It'll put you here, and a 3rd action you can attack. It's up to you, because just moving into the area where you need to tumble through, it costs you an action. Ooh. Negative. There you go. You still have 1 action. Now that he's dead, you can move through him if you want.
Yeah, if I move there, I'm going to get flanked.
Mm-hmm. Good, yeah.
That's smart. You can't get flanked over there because you're against the wall. All right, Neg, you're up.
Okay, so now, trying to heal Talos.
Talos, remember, is a negative negative heal.
Yeah, I can try my. Okay, so I'll target the big chief with my trade death for life.
Okay.
Um,
You have to roll his save.
his save fort.
So you guys are really
He
smart. You targeted his weak save because 14 is
Yep.
exactly his. Actually, his fortitude is +7, so his 14 is a success. I mean, a failure on his part. If you target his other saves, you probably wouldn't have succeeded.
So he's going to
because
take,
you have the knowledge of his weakest save. That's how you're getting.
He takes 4 damage, and then Talos gains
fast healing 1.
Let me do. Yeah, I'll just target here. I'll target Talos, and he gets fast healing 1.
So at the with fast healing, it's at the end of his next turn that he heals 1 hit point.
Yeah. Now, okay, that's only 1 action so far.
Yeah, the hex only costs an action. That's why they're your thing.
Now, lesser healing potions, that will not heal him, right? Only medicine and that type of heal I just gave him will.
Elixir vitality will healing. Lesser healing potions will harm him.
Yeah.
Hey John, real quick explanation. So it's not tracking on like my character sheet that the negative health I have, because I'll be at -7. So when the fast healing goes off, would I have to heal all the way back to +1?
No, fast healing gives you 1 hit point per round.
Okay, so I'll go back to like 1 HP.
Yeah,
at the end of my
yeah.
next
So
round.
at the end of your next round, you go to 1 hit point.
And I can
However,
hold it
I do
another
have to
one.
warn you: if you roll a death save on your round and you critically fail, you're dead because you have 2 dying.
Okay.
So that's another thing I got to
I'm
warn
gonna-
you about.
My last attack, I will attack the bee chief, holding out my lustrous lump of cold iron. I will hit him with a needle darts. Let's see if I get the bastard. Oh, come on!
Even with his lowered armor class, that's a miss.
I know, just unbelievable. Oh well, this really sucks. Really fucking sucks. I hate Pathfinder when it does this. It does this to me sometimes, and I hate it.
It's not Pathfinder; it's Fantasy
No,
Grounds.
no other TTRPG does this happen to me except Pathfinder 1 and
What
now
were
in
you
2.
roll crap?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why.
Okay, so
Anyways,
1,
passing my turn.
2, 3, 4. He's gonna go over here. Oh, hold on, no. He's trying to flank Jathal, so he's going over here.
Does Jathal get a free attack on him?
Jathal doesn't have opportunity. Only Gunthar
Oh, okay.
does. It's an option for her later on down the road with extra feats. But he rolls crap, so
Good.
he's gonna try a multi-attack. Nope. We're back up to the top of initiative with Scarlet.
Do we know if they have reaction?
They
Well,
haven't seemed to take any, and we've been moving past them.
yeah, from your
Okay.
experience fighting them, they haven't done any opportunity attacks against you.
Okay, so I'm moving. Yeah, yes. Yeah. Question: if I do, no, you can move me there.
Where do you want to go? Here?
Oh, where I was, where I pointed.
Over here.
No, here. Next to what? I don't. What's happening? Next to Oh my god, my mind went black. To Talos. Okay, thank you. And then I am going to touch him. Question: if I do battle, can his HP go up? Battle medicine.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
Battle medicine costs 1 action, and you have to roll a medicine check. You don't want to fail it, or else you're going to hurt him. But you can't kill him. You can only hurt him 1 time, so you can't kill him with battle medicine this round.
And if you have a hero point, you can burn a hero point.
Yeah, if it
I
gets
would
that
use it
bad.
after to
No,
do it.
remember he has a hero point too on his turn, so he can use his hero point.
Yeah, so if I don't go up, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay, I'm going to do battle. Then,
That is a success. You can roll healing on him.
okay, perfect.
All right, he is healed back. He is wounded 1.
Nice.
Okay. Then let's see what I'm thinking.
You still have 1 action.
Yeah, I'm trying. You know what? I'm going to have my crossbow out and just have it prepared for next time, just in case.
Okay, so you'll take your crossbow out for your 3rd action.
Yep.
All right. Chief Sootscale is up.
Oh boy.
He now that he has Jathal flanked, he's going to take advantage of that. So
Goodbye, Jatho.
he's gonna create the conundrum where you have these void healing allies go down. He's gonna see if he can take Jathal down. He's got her flanked, so she is off guard. He gets a sneak attack while she is off guard. That is a hit. I'm trying to roll a sneak attack. It just doesn't. Oh, you know why? Because the script says flat-footed. That's why.
She needs to be flat-footed for it to happen.
Yeah, it has to be effect put on her. So now we can do it. Okay, he's going to take advantage of his position here and try to hit her again with his club with multi-attack penalty, but she is still off guard to him. Ooh, but a nat 1's not gonna do it. So third multi-attack, much less likely to hit. She's still off guard to him.
No.
That's a miss. Ehrman's up.
All right, is the kobold in front of me an enemy?
Yes. There.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me redo his faction.
He was set as neutral right now. Yeah.
All right. You know what? I am going to cast Briny Bolt on Big Chief. Let's see. Oh,
Nope.
fuck
No,
me.
not gonna hit him with that.
Lucky Big Chief.
He's tough. He's
Yeah,
a tough dude.
God dang it.
But it doesn't appear you guys have convinced the kobolds. Especially.
I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay. And roll it again.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Actually, 19 is short of his armor class. I don't know why it says hit. Because
Because he has the
no, but
doesn't he have-
that went away after his turn.
Oh.
Oh no, it should be after Jathal's turn. Let me because Jathal hit him with Touch of the Void. Touch of the Void expires after her turn, I believe.
Yeah, because it's for 1 round.
Okay. So you just hit him with that 1 point because of the Touch of the Void.
Okay, so
roll damage.
I'm gonna roll damage, and he is blinded for 1 round.
Oh, that's excellent. Blinding is very helpful.
So here's the damage.
Ooh, good damage.
And there's the blind.
You splash his eyes with the salt water. He hisses, swinging wildly in the air. He's blinded for a round.
And I yell, "Die, Soot Scale, die!" And I'm going to move up here.
Gotta put you in a box.
Yeah, you can put me in the one next to Neg. That's fine.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, we still got this little kobold here. Soot Scale screams out, "Kill that one that's blinding me!" The little guy comes up. However, he doesn't have any sort of advantage against you. No flanking. He does have a +1 from Soot Scale's battle commands. He is
That'll
gonna
do
hit you.
Wait a minute. Why is my mage armor not on?
I don't know. You tell me. Would
I,
would your mage
What is
armor
that?
put your armor class higher than 19? I doubt it.
well, my AC is a 16.
Yeah, so
And
I
so that's
doubt
13.
you can your mage armor
Should
put
be
it.
18.
Yeah.
Is it?
So
I think Mystic Armor.
you can
Hold on.
put mage armor on if you announce you did it because what happens is whenever we do a long rest, I reset everything.
Okay, no, because I have about 5 scrolls of mystic armor. I buy that so I don't
Yeah.
go into
But
combat with it. But
but
every day I'm putting that on.
But
and
I can't imagine your mystic armor is going to put your AC
Mystic
up
Armor,
to that
it
high.
gives you a +1 item bonus to AC and a maximum dexterity modifier +5. So you would get 4 from it. Just a +1 item
Yeah.
bonus to AC.
Well, I have a +2 to my dexterity, so 16. So it meets
that'll
it
give you
beats it.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can put it on now. That's fine, and I will just I'll do the damage. This small reptilian kobold now is going to turn his attention to Neg for his second attack. Multi-attack penalty, not likely to hit.
Nope.
All right, it is Jathal's turn.
And she only has 1 focus point, correct?
Yeah, she's gotta have to wait till next combat to do that again.
All right, but he's still that -2 is to the end of her round, correct?
Remember, Jathal also has a second thing. It's a reaction called Selfish Shield when she takes damage.
I thought that was a focus point.
No, that's not a focus point. That's a champion reaction.
Oh, I read that wrong then.
That can be done every single round if the conditions apply.
Oh, okay. Well, I click it and I don't see anything on there.
Because it's not a separate spell. It's like part of her class description.
Oh, okay.
Jathal with a swing and a miss. Jathal with a second swing and a miss.
I'm going for the Hail Mary.
Okay.
No, that ain't gonna do it.
Jathal, she did get a nat 20 earlier, but that's probably her only nat 20 for the session. Talos, you're alive. You're prone.
Okay. Do we know if the chief kobold has any opportunity attacks?
He hasn't, and he's blind right now.
If you're blind, technically you can attempt an opportunity attack. There are rules to attack when you're blind. We'll go over when it's his turn, I guess.
It lessens the chance, though.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. You have to roll a flat check to see if you even hit.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. I'm gonna get up from being prone,
That's one action.
and then I'm gonna go for. I guess-
I think you have to. Your rage is over because you went down, so you have to reactivate rage if you want it.
Right. So I'm gonna use action to reactivate rage.
Okay. Because he's blind, he is flat-footed to you. Well, he's flat-footed to you anyway because you're flanking him.
That one's not. Damn. Oh, Reptile 9. Where is he? Oh. There is no small Reptile 9. They're both healthy. Okay.
Oh yeah, so that exactly hits, I think.
That does hit. 20 is his armor class. Actually, right now his armor class is 18 because he's flanked. That's good. Well, not great damage, but you have such a high attack bonus that ends up being decent damage.
Okay, that's
I think you have a. Oh yeah, you got up, you raged, and then you attacked. Gunthar, you're up. You. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. You want to describe how you destroy King Soot Scale?
Fuck yeah.
Just a big sword slash, I guess. I'm gonna move.
That's all you need.
Last action, I'll attack.
Damn.
And I'm done.
Neg, you're up.
Okay, I will heal Azek with my healing spell.
Thank you.
No problem. It won't. Hopefully, let's hope it amounts to something. We shall see. Oh, that was a good one.
Nice.
Maximum heal. Okay, and then
I'm
the
up,
one
baby.
in front of me. You are up. And the one in front of me, I will. I haven't seen them being taking attacks of opportunity, but what the hell? You only live once. I'm going to bring out, just hold close to my belly, my shimmery cold iron stone and hit him with needle darts. Oh, finally I hit. Okay, so he will take this. 7 damage.
You still have a third action. Oh no, you use one action
No, I
to
don't.
heal.
Yeah, 1 action to heal, so that's it.
With their leader dead, this kobold's gonna run. He's gonna start moving. He's freaking
Attack
out.
of
Yeah, go
opportunity.
ahead. He's freaking out. He's
Yeah.
gonna start moving. Hurried retreat.
Crap, I didn't have him targeted.
That's
Did I? Yeah, I did.
that's okay. That's still a hit.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I had a free action. I was going to cackle,
Okay.
which will make my fast heal. Fast heal is still on Talos for this. He'll get to save again as soon as it comes to him. He still has it. Okay.
There's one enemy left to the kobold, and Scarlet, you're up.
Okay. I am
Move up and
going.
flank him.
Yeah,
Yep.
you could, as long as you've got a melee weapon of something.
I think she has a
Oh.
crossbow
Point.
drawn.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
yeah.
a crossbow drawn, but I have a spear. Wait.
If you're gonna move, that's already one action, and then changing weapons is another action. Just
Yeah,
hit him from where you
so-
were.
Yeah, better just because he didn't get a from a ranged spell. He did not get an attack of opportunity on me, so you're probably best to just shoot him there.
Okay, let me check something. No, it says draw 20 feet, but it doesn't have. No, I thought that maybe one of them has range. Well, anyhow, I am going to do. No, I'm going to do frostbite on him. Maybe he's the same as the sheep, and maybe he has low fortitude.
He failed.
Okay, perfect.
They have low everything. The minions. All right, you killed everything here.
Yeah.
The other kobolds have scurried. The other kobolds that kind of were around the corner, they scurried off. It appears that they all went south. Now that you've killed Chief Sootscale, their only leader left for them is Tartuccio.
They've gone to Tartuccio, damn cowards. I don't know where I'm moving.
I think we should do some healing.
Yeah, I'm going to do healing 10 minutes of healing on Talos. There.
Wow, I heal a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a very good heal. 15.
And then I can also, can I take another 10 to heal him?
Yeah, if you want to spend time down here,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
And
yeah, you can
I'm
do
a
that.
close. I'm refocusing my focus so that I
Yeah, you
can
can
earn
spend
back
as much time as you want if you want to spend the time here.
Okay.
The other kobolds aren't like they're not launching an assault against you or anything.
Goody.
So the items left over, some armor from the kobolds.
All right, I'm at 33 health, so I'm pretty good, by the way.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then
I
I'll
think
then
Jthal
use-
needs healing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do now.
Yeah. Jthal's down big time.
There we go.
Tartuccio's big club, but it's not magical. Not Tartuccio.
And-
Sootscale's big club.
Let me do one more.
That's all we really find.
You don't find anything very valuable or magical here. It seems that Tartuccio has taken all the the worthy loot.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Of course he would.
Such a slime.
Yeah,
He must
right?
die. Yeah.
Aaron, do you
Yes.
want me to heal you completely? Those
Yes,
3 HP?
please.
Okay, so I'm gonna put loot. If you pick up all the kobold's loot, I'll put the loot in the inventory. And you guys get XP for this big encounter, including bypassing the previous encounter. You guys are well on your way to hitting level 3, about more than halfway.
There, I heal everybody.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Good job.
Okay, so I'm gonna give everybody 10 minutes exploration activity to heal, refocus, etc.
Mhm.
Take off
Well, I
any
think that was
if there's
more
any
than-
residual effects on you or anything, take them off.
I think that was more than 10 minutes because every 10 minutes Talos was 3 times.
Yeah, I just do it through the combat tracker, so it automatically resets your focus spells and stuff.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Okay.
I don't think it's working for focus spells though. In fact, I had to manually up my base to +2 because it didn't take into consideration that I took on a second focus spell. So I don't know if that will do it. I did it manually.
Yeah, I don't know why it should be doing that.
Yeah, it should be changing the base to +2.
Well, you know what? This is probably the situation because this is assuming that you do a refocus. Sometimes players don't refocus within 10 minutes of resting.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll make sure it's manually done. I definitely took the minutes to refocus to get it back.
Ironman, what about Jadel? Does she seem like she regained that focus, or do you have to add it?
I think she would regain it.
No, I mean right now because we're trying to see if it's working.
I didn't actually click something to lose the focus, unless.
Did you do a power spell that did?
Well, yeah. I did use it, but I didn't click anything. Like normal when you hit hero point, you know, it'll say like use the hero point. Like for example, like that. I didn't see anything to click for the focus.
No, mine only go if I go into the focus spell section and actually do one, which I did for my cackle.
So
well,
my
I
question
do
for
see
you
it
guys
says 1.
is, have you guys have it in
Yeah, that's right.
preparation?
Have we what?
Yep. Yes, I do.
You do.
Mhm.
Okay. Maybe it was that I thought.
No, my only problem really with focus was that it didn't set the base. They didn't up it when I added a second focus spell, which it's supposed to. It doesn't do that. I think it's just something that's not been put in place yet.
Well, it is fantasy ground.
Yeah, it does an awful lot for a fantasy ground rule set, so I'm not complaining too much about it. It's not a big deal.
So you guys spend a long time sitting there healing and whatnot. As you are doing this, a bit of smoke appears right in the middle of the cavern.
Of course.
And out of this smoke, a projected image shows up. And look, it's your old friend Tartuccio.
As Kobold Tartuccio or
No, it's
himself?
Tartuccio as the gnome Tartuccio. The
Okay.
smoke appears, and the smoke says, "Ooh, my rivals! You've arrived earlier than anticipated." He's laughing. Clearly, you guys have the advantage, and he's sitting there just laughing.
Yeah, means he's got something up his sleeve, because that's who he is.
I mean,
Still think we should have gone after him first.
I didn't even hear you
go
say
on
that.
now.
Well, I thought that I said go for Susco because I thought, to be honest, he and his minions would be a little bit tougher.
So
That's why I was
this
saying-
projected image is just sitting there laughing at you and laughing at you. He says, "You've walked right into my trap, and now that you've gotten rid of that bothersome soot scale, I am the master of the kobolds. I am the true purple kobold."
Yeah, well, you'll
Jatho
die along with them.
looks at him and says, "Tartuccio, you've lost your mind. You're not a kobold." "I am a kobold, and I serve the purple dragon." And Jatho says, "There's no such thing as purple dragons." He says, "You will meet one soon enough. It will eat you alive."
Sure.
So
I start laughing.
Aramon can tell you guys about how in the previous game I did have them fight a dragon. They were at level
Yes.
2. You were at level 2 when you fought the dragon. That was
Yes.
you managed to survive. It was not bad. So it is very
Jeez,
possible to be fighting a dragon even at your level. But Tartuccio says, "You have never heard of a purple dragon, but you will meet one tonight, and it will devour your souls."
Let's go find this creep and take him down.
What about
Challenge accepted.
Can I do a perception? What's it called? Interesting. I don't even have a perception. That's really far out.
What do you mean
In
you don't have
my I don't have it in my activities. There's no perception.
perception is a skill check. So in terms of activities, there's certain things like sense motives,
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I was looking for the word. I want to do a sense motive on him with my perception.
It's going to be challenging just because he is this a projected image.
Okay, so
you can go ahead and roll.
The dice.
No, you don't.
It in the dice.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Drop it in the dice tower. I can.
There's no chance, but I just for shits and giggles, I want to find out what happens.
You can't tell because this image is a little bit fuzzy, and you can't tell the very micro expressions you need to know to see if someone's lying.
If I change a channel and come back to this channel, does it improve the image?
No, you need a better antenna.
No, you got No, you have to pay for the Netflix subscription.
Or wear my pyramid hat, my tinfoil pyramid hat. I didn't bring that. Damn it!
Get your 4K projection. Come on, let's go south and find this dude.
Yep.
So right now he is humanoid to us.
He
Can we
appears
go
to you
down
like
here?
you saw him last time as a gnome.
Where I am now, that's a distance.
It's okay,
Oh no,
man.
that does go to. Actually, no, it does open up south. I can see.
That's where they told you his lair is. This is originally
Okay.
where the lair of what's it called? This is originally where the lair of a soot scale was until he took it over.
Okay, we have to go this way then.
So as you walk over, you see that there are some armed kobolds wearing purple headbands protecting the entrance. Obviously ready to fight.
Well, then let's do it.
You can tell that beyond this area, you can see that there's some rickety wooden formed branches that are lashed together, like forming some sort of like decoration. There's banners cut, and there you can see that on the ground there are banners of what appears to be the old soot scale kobolds. The black banners, they've been ripped down, and now there's purple banners put everywhere. And you can hear that there's something bubbling beyond, like a cauldron bubbling.
Weird.
Toil and trouble, boil and bubble, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Double, toil and trouble.
Guess there's
And then
parlay.
Tartuccio's voice. Well, it's up to you guys. Tartuccio voices echo through the cavern, and he says, "Come closer and meet your doom."
All right, let's kill him.
Yeah, we'll have to get rid of these kobolds first, and I can't see them from where I'm. Yeah.
You can speak to them if you want. He laughs off all your threats.
But these kobolds don't speak common, right? They only speak.
They do speak common. They speak Draconic to each other, but they're
I
able.
knew they spoke Draconic, but I wasn't sure they spoke common as well. Okay.
Are they wearing purple headbands, or were they the ones who fought with Suit Scale?
They were the ones who fought with Soot Scale, fought against Soot Scale, but there's more of them down there.
With or against?
Against Soot Scale earlier, but then Soot Scale turned around and started attacking you.
Yeah, but none of the ones that are against are actually, like, I'm looking to see if there's any that aren't what's the term? With the purple headband. So, like, any of the ones that have just went to his side because they had no choice.
Either they joined once you started attacking and Sootskill turned on you. Once you killed Sootskill, it seems like all of them have joined together against you.
Okay, so that was my question. Was they're aware of the defeat of the other kobolds in the other chamber?
Yeah, remember one of the kobolds ran away.
Yeah, I remember that. But I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they're aware now.
Okay. I was thinking of deception based on.
Well, I'd like to yell. I like where you're going, but I'd like to yell and say, Tartuk is a heretic, and so was Sootscale, for he attacked us when we are the ones carrying the idol. Join us and for a chance for your lives to be spared. Kill the non-believers.
Tartuk, his voice yells out through the cavern. I am the great purple Tartuk, the great and the wise. I come under the command of a powerful dragon. He is nothing but a stone to be stepped upon. Will you believe him or will you believe me? You can roll an intimidation to see if you can.
Does he say this in Draconic?
Of course, because he's communicating with his friends.
Okay, well, I thought it would have been better if he didn't.
Oh yeah, if he didn't, yeah, that would be embarrassing for Tartuk's master plan if he didn't speak Draconic.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a very high DC, but you can try to roll an intimidation against the kobolds. Nope.
All right.
Because you're rolling against Tartuccio's his silver tongue. Even though he's out of his mind, he still retains his old skills of being able to talk people into stuff.
Okay.
So
are we able to see him right now?
You can't see him. You only saw a projected image of him that showed up in the middle of the cave where you guys were healing. You guys know that they're all holed up in this big chamber to the east of where you are.
Good grief, people. I'm about to holler Leroy Jenkins. Let's go.
Yeah.
Gunther screams Leroy Jenkins.
Yep. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, so you guys can position yourself and we'll roll initiative and start combat if you want to start fighting.
We can't really see anything.
You gotta go through.
I can't. All right.
So you can position yourselves.
Oh, okay.
You have to be in a square, obviously, but you can position yourselves. And we will roll initiative.
No.
Yeah, there'd be
Move,
no
Scarlet,
chance.
move.
Well, that sucked.
Where's my sheet? What the hell?
I'll move.
Okay, there we go.
Move there.
Here we go.
All right. Let's see.
Slightly better this time.
Tank in
There's
the front was a
Jethal.
12.
Woo!
Slightly better.
Damn it! That was stuck between a 5 and an 18.
Oh, is this why? No.
Let me just make sure everybody is actually in. All right. Combat begins. Talos, you are first up. Unfortunately, this kobold is blocking your path. The only way you can try to tumble through him, but he's kind of blocking you out with spears drawn.
Okay, I'll just try see if I can kill him.
Oh, that's 2 misses.
Ooh, then I'll just use my last action to raise shield.
Okay. Jthal is up. Unfortunately, we have a traffic jam here.
Yeah, so explain to me tumble through. I don't need to do it to go through a friendly, just the enemy, correct?
Yeah, so you have to roll acrobatics. The acrobatics is rolled against the DC of the creature you're trying to get through. The fortitude DC.
So with that said,
if you're successful, you get to go 1 square beyond that creature.
okay, so I'd like to wind up right here.
Okay, so for that, Jthal has to spend 1 action to move over here. She temporarily sits there because she can't actually stay there in that spot, and then
another
for tumble through. If she succeeds,
which is the acrobatics.
If she succeeds, she makes it. If she fails, then she goes back to where she started. That's a failure.
Does she have a hero point?
No. And then you can't use your hero points on her behalf.
No, that's fine. That's fine. She doesn't have any ranged, I don't think.
She has a hatchet she can throw, but she has to take it out. She has a 2-handed scythe that she's wielding.
Huh. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that would have been 2 points because she would have moved and then done that, correct?
Yeah.
And failed. Okay. How about a recall knowledge?
Sure.
For the dirt. How about something on Tartuccio?
I'll let.
Or does he have to be physically?
I will allow it because she knows Tartuccio.
Okay.
So, what do you want to know about Tartuccio? What are you trying to ask?
Well, I'd like to know. Well, she would have known. I'd like to know. Well, first, I don't even know if this would be a recall knowledge, but if it isn't, I'll get. If it is, I'll get there. Or if it isn't, I'll get there.
Depends on what you're asking.
Did she know why he wanted to take this potion? First off.
She told you earlier that he took this potion because he will totally transform into a kobold in a way, and in a way that they can't even detect that he's not a kobold. He wanted to take complete control over the kobolds, use them to destroy the bandits.
Okay.
She told you this earlier.
Yeah. So, with that said,
it looks like it's worked for him. They've the ones following him are totally him. Yeah.
I'd like to know if he has a deity.
You can roll a recall knowledge for that. Sure.
Could I do religion?
Yeah. 19 is a success. As far as you know, Tartuccio maybe worships Abadar, the god of cities, but he's clearly not a devout person. This is a guy who works on his own, follows his own rules. He's not somebody who's very devout and will follow his deity. But people like him typically worship Abadar. He's the god of contracts and cities.
Is speech a free action?
Yeah. But if you want to do something like convince him or, intimidate, that's going to cost an action. You can speak to him for free action. That's fine.
Well, I'll have her tell the party that maybe you can, throw him off balance by mentioning Abadar. If he were to worship anyone, it might be her, and it might be something that could make him remember that he's not really a kobold. And that might screw things up for him.
All
Might
right.
make him a little uncertain.
That sounds like actually that's not a bad strategy. You don't know what's going on, but he's lost his mind. Okay.
I know Gnomish. Think that would help?
So what?
I know Gnomish. Think that would help?
Yeah, if you yell something about Abadar in Gnomish to try and, throw him off balance, make him second guess himself, stutter, maybe that can buy us some time to get to him or something. I don't know. But whatever, it might do something.
This kobold's going to come up because of this big traffic jam. He can't even squeeze. He can only squeeze in here. And he can only get to Gunthar. But these kobolds look like they're a little bit stronger than the ones you fought before. They seem to be a little bit more versatile in their fighting. He attacks Gunthar with a... Oh, that's going to hit. Spear plus 1d6. 9 points of damage. He's going to go for a second attack with a spear. That's 2 hits. That's the Kobold Fanatic. So we have a second Kobold Fanatic. He can't really reach you guys. So he's going to go over here. He uses an action to take out his sling. To switch a spear for his sling. And then he's going to try to chuck a sling at Talos. Chucks a bullet at Talos. And then he's going to multi-attack a second bullet at Talos. Oh. Oh, boy.
Bloody hell.
And keep getting credit, Talos.
And the way you guys have approached this battle, you're all jammed up in a choke point, which is good for these, which is better for these kobolds than it is for you. This kobold over here is in the front lines. He's going to attack Gunthar with his spear.
Yep.
That's a miss. He's going to do a second attack against Talos with his spear.
Oh,
19's a miss.
Yeah.
Sting.
Okay.
That shield race.
He's going to go for Hail Mary. He needs a nat 20 against Talos. And that's a miss. Okay, Neg, you're up.
Thanks, Chillin. Thanks, Chillin. That didn't pass.
How come I'm not seeing? Okay, yeah. I'll cast my last heal on Gunthar. Which is going to be a. There he is. And I'll use 2 actions for it. Obviously, so
Wait,
it'll be.
what type of healing is it?
It's the heal spell, which can do. It does 1d8 plus 8.
Okay.
If you think I should hold off and you have some, I will, and just shoot my. But I don't like one of our tanks being that damaged. That's
No, go ahead.
not. Yeah, it's half his damage gone. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I've got him targeted. Yes, I do. Here we go. Crap.
Excellent
It's
heal.
10 anyway.
No, 10's excellent.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
could have been as high as 8.
It could have been
Anyways.
better, but that +8 really has you through. Okay. That's two
Now,
two actions for a ranged heal spell.
yeah, I really can't do anything else because I do have my shield raised and I can't really fire my crossbow, even though, yeah. So, what I'll do though is I want to know. I think I may know this automatically, but tell me if I need to recall knowledge. I want to know the nature of the type of magic school of Tartuccio spells. I think it's Arcana, but I mean that's what I'm guessing. But I don't know if I am aware of that for sure. Am I?
You don't know right now.
Okay.
I think that maybe Jathal could have told you that he's an Arcana specialist.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that makes sense. And yeah. Okay. Good. So that wouldn't really take an action. I don't think I have anything else here that is one action. No. Except, yeah, no, I'm moving on. There's just no point. It's a traffic jam. That's staying put.
Okay, so this kobold, what he's going to do is he's going to take a hide action. He is hiding against hiding against Gunthar. So what he's doing is rolling against Gunthar's perception DC, his stealth. 20. Gunthar, what is your perception DC? That is your perception bonus plus 10.
That'd be 17.
He succeeds in hiding from you. So because he's hidden from you, he's going to try to sneak attack you. He's got you also off guard. He takes out his sling from behind the cover, the rock, and he's going to try to whack you off guard. But he misses. Okay, his last action, he's going to do a multi-attack slingshot since his hide failed. Ooh.
Oh, come on, man.
Man, these kobolds. So this is oh no, I'm sorry. His sling is reload 1. He can't do that. I'll save that. I'll save that roll for next round.
Yeah.
No, he can't do that. He has to reload his sling.
You burnt it, you lost it, buddy.
Scarlet, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. 5. Okay, nobody's that badly damaged. Completely.
Let's see, back to...
Okay, I am going to do electric arch on these two wonderful kobolds right here. Yep.
Double failure.
They're wounded. Since I have my bow out, I'm going to select this one right here and see if I... Yay. Seriously?
One's better than 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ends my turn.
All right. Gunthar, you're up.
Seriously.
Well, low rolls are low rolls. What are you going to do? Oh, that's a second low roll.
Oh, good grief.
That's a third low roll. 3 swings.
Damn.
This kobold is stuck in a traffic jam, so he can't do anything but fire bullets. He's going to fire one at Gunthar. First one at Gunthar. That's a miss. Second one at Jathal. Oh, yeah, he can only fire 2 because he has to reload. That's also a miss. You guys have not looked behind you. You turn around. From behind you, you hear the cackling of Tartuccio. And he briefly shows up in his kobold form. Now, you will experience true terror. He shows up just long enough for you guys to turn around and see him before he casts a horrific spell. He raises his hand, enchants some powerful magics, and everything goes black. You
reaction. I'm going to do my reaction to recognize the spell using my feet.
Sure.
To do that.
I will. You have to roll an Arcana.
Okay, this could be tough.
Not necessarily. It's not that bad.
Okay.
You can. You got a good chance.
I'm going to burn my hero point.
Okay. Good.
Sorry for the.
You need that recognized spell. You really want to. Oh.
No. Bummer. Okay.
Everything goes black. Who has dark vision?
Not me.
I have dark
Gunther.
vision.
Not me.
I mean, tell us.
Everybody who does not have dark vision, you're blind.
Bastard.
I'm blind.
I wish I'd known that spell. Couldn't even necessarily do anything.
Out of character, you can probably figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, question, John.
Yeah.
Because Jatel did have light on her.
Her light is snuffed out.
Yeah, because this is magical darkness.
Yeah, this power supersedes light, the light cantrip, and it's snuffed out. The only people who can see are people with dark vision.
Yeah, sucks.
So you see the spell outline. Oh, don't move that thing. It's somehow.
Oh, sorry. It's because I was trying to move my character because it's for some strange reason.
It's connected to your character for some reason.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be here. I'll put this here. I will put another spell icon on, so it's not connected to your character.
And there's no save against it.
There's absolutely no save.
Yeah. Okay. Shoot.
This is a devastating spell if you got somebody in a choke point. Tartuccio got you exactly where he wants you. He's so happy that worked. Okay, we got the last kobold. You are off guard to this kobold, Gunther, because you're blind. So the last kobold gets you off guard, gonna fire a sling at you, trying to do sneak attack damage. That is gonna get you. Seven points, including sneak attack damage. Now that he's got you in a compromised position, he's going to go for a second one.
Mofo.
Yeah, gotcha. And he's going to go Hail Mary, because he knows that his master has come through with that darkness spell.
Nope.
But that third one's not reaching too far. So, Aramin, you are blind. You do have a vague idea of where positioning is, so if you want to try to walk out of the darkness, you can. But because you're blind, if you want to target an enemy, you have a vague idea of where they are, but you have to roll a flat check against the enemy if you want to target them.
Let me ask you this. If I went to go and... Can I step on Gunther to target an enemy and as an action, like one action move forward, second action attack, and then third action go back?
You can't. You don't have to move towards Gunther to do that. So wait. Everybody, here's the conditions appendix. Scroll down to blind. All normal terrain is difficult terrain when you're blind. You can't detect anything using vision. You automatically critically fail perception checks using vision. You take a -4 status penalty to perception checks, and you are immune to visual effects. Blind overrides dazzled. So when you can't detect enemies, in order to even be able to try to hit an enemy, you have to roll a flat check to target the correct square.
So what I'm asking this for, I wanted to move next to him, or on him in this case, right? So that way tendrils in the direction of where the enemies were, since it's a 30-foot line spell. Therefore, I don't know if, like, obviously I would still have to attack to, for the spell to hit, but
Well,
it should be
even if
in
you
the
weren't
30-foot line.
even if you weren't blind, you wouldn't be able to do that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So what you can do is you can cast Grim Tendrils going through Gunthar, possibly hitting him.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do that. Now, the alternative is I would like to move. Let's see. If I wanted to go out to try and hit Tartuccio, I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know if my character would know this, but I'm assuming that whatever he casted is a concentration spell.
There's no such thing as concentration spells
in this. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have to sustain. There's certain spells he has to sustain, but you can't knock him out of it by hitting him.
Okay.
You're not sure if this spell he cast is a spell he has to sustain. If you try to move towards him, you move at half speed because you're blind. But you do know the general position, so you know how to get near him.
Can I get out of the darkness with my movement speed?
You can, but you're moving half speed. So you probably have to use 2, maybe even 3 movements to get out.
Or I can go and do Grim Tendrils and just hope I don't hit Gunthar. And I could probably still roll to hit everyone in that line, correct?
Yeah, you can do that. You do have the risk of hitting Gunthar if you do Grim Tendrils.
Well, how's Gunthar looking?
He's
only got 10 hit points.
He's injured.
Yeah, he's got 10 hit points left.
Yeah, you guys not in a good spot right now.
All right, so what I'll do is I will move out of the circle. So 5.
So remember, you're moving half speed. So that would be 10.
10, yep.
15. No, 20.
20, right here.
Don't put yourself in front of...
20.
And then I would like to go right here, if I can.
So that'll cost you 2 actions to move here.
Okay.
You just get out of the darkness. Everything inside the darkness is a black sphere to you because you don't have dark vision. You move right next to Tartuccio. He smiles as you walk past him, gives you a little wink.
You know what? I'm gonna say I say get rid of this darkness for what was that god name again?
Abadar.
I'm gonna say get rid of this darkness. Think about Abadar. Think about who you really are. Is this what Abadar would want?
I'll let you roll for that. The chance of you succeeding, you need a nat 20. Maybe you can do whatever roll you want. You need a nat 20. Because not only does Tartuccio have very high, in terms of your ability to succeed on a roll, but he also has incapacitation.
Incapacitation.
That means that a critical success is treated like a success. Success is treated like failure.
Oh.
I'll let you roll. Go ahead. You roll. You need a nat 20. A 20 on the dice. I don't care what skill you use. You get 20
I mean, they're all the same at this point.
Exactly. You need a 20 on a dice to have a success, and success may or may not be exactly what you want. Oh man.
There you go.
No, you need a 20 on the dice. That's a 19 on the dice.
I thought it said, yeah, I read it wrong.
Is that
so close?
Plus, why is it a plus? Oh, I didn't use crap. I don't think it would have mattered. I meant to hit deception. I wouldn't have used crafting.
It doesn't matter what you rolled. You need a 20. You need a 20 because of his incapacitation. You need a 20 on a dice to get a regular success. So close.
Wouldn't that be funny that by crafting you?
Yeah, you know what, John? I'd like to see you pull some shit out of your ass on that one. On crafting.
You sew a little doll that makes it look like his mom, and he feels bad.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
Oh man! All
right, there you are, face to face with Tartuccio. We got Talos up next. Talos, you are blind. If you want to attempt to attack this kobold, you have to roll. The kobold is actually hidden from you, and in order to even target him, you have to roll a flat check. So if you try to target him and attack, and you miss the flat check, you can't target him.
Fuck. Sorry. I'm being foul-mouthed. My apologies.
Ooh, I'm telling.
Yeah. Don't tell my patron. Oh my god, don't tell my patron.
Ugh.
Well, you don't know if your patron would care.
I know nothing about my patron. That's why I said, shook my head about talk about gods and
So,
goddess and external
if you guys
forces.
look at the conditions, when you're blind, enemies are undetected to you, not just hidden. So, when you are undetected by a creature, that creature can't see you at all, has no idea which space you occupy, and can't target you, though you still can't be affected by abilities. A creature you're undetected by can guess which square you're in and try to target you by doing a flat 11, a DC 11 flat check.
That goes both ways for
But
us and the kobolds, right?
no, kobolds have dark vision. Oh, wait a second.
Oh,
Talos, I think, has dark vision. No, he does.
Yeah, Tylos has. He
Talos,
does.
are you here? You might be muted. Yeah,
I do have dark
I'm
vision.
sorry, you have dark vision. No, don't worry. You can proceed as before.
Yeah.
Talos
Ooh,
scores a critical
Oh,
hit
yeah.
on this kobold.
nice.
Talos murders the kobold in cold blood, freeing up some space.
Eh,
Okay, this is ridiculous.
Ooh, that's not gonna hit.
It's not ridiculous. It's you've fallen into the ingenious trap of the highly great and
No.
wise Tartuccio.
No, I was meaning the archive of Nethys. The way it's working for me is it's not working at all, but I'll figure it out. But it's not being very useful.
Okay, but that was my turn.
Excellent. Jathal, you're up, and Jathal it has dark vision.
All right. Well, she can't hit them with Talos there.
Here, what if you hold your turn with her
Oh.
and you swap places with Gunther, and Gunther went for Tartuccio, and
Well, I think I'm
Jathal
gonna
and I
have her
put the
go
ball.
for. I think she'd go after Tartuccio, if I'm being honest. And she might be able to get to him without leaving the darkness. And it wouldn't make a difference. So I'd like to put her here. Would she be able to meet that?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, you can.
Okay. So she gets here.
She does score a hit on Tartuccio. Ow! Tartuccio turns around. Jathal, I didn't know you'd arrived. Nice to see you again. Jathal just has this determined look. She's ready to decapitate him. Second attack is a miss.
17. So close to that 17. Oh.
Okay, we got this kobold over here. He's since Talos came up, he's going to be attacking Talos. He's going to do 3 attacks. He has nowhere to really go. Second attack. And third attack. Oh, you see it close on that nat 20.
Oof.
You saw that.
Made me nervous.
That was, that was kind of scary. This kobold over here, he is going to take a movement over here, and he's going to try to do a hide against Talos. So he's going to roll stealth. Oh, I'm sure he misses that stealth. bow.
Yeah.
He's going to launch a sling against you. He is going to hit you with a sling. There go your temporary hit points. Neg, you're up.
Okay. Can you give me a Shaukin NPC? Because I'm going to burn my last spell and summon Lesser Servitor.
Okay, what are you summoning again?
A Shaukin. It's a fiend. A dark Shaukin. Shauken. It is in, let's see where it says, Bestiary 3. Oh, it says it's in Bestiary 3. You probably don't have that.
I got you. I got you. I got you here.
Have it? You got it? Okay.
I will put this. So when you summon a creature, first thing is that the initiative is just same as yours. So I'm gonna put this 17.5. So it's on the same initiative. Sex the faction to friend, and you use 3 actions to summon. But when you summon a creature on its first turn, the creature has 2 actions. So tell me where
Yeah.
you want to put it.
Well, this is a good question. I'm trying to see. I haven't got a clear space. The Shaukin is a melee attack. He can't attack either of those kobolds because there's players. But he can't. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
Neg, you're blind. So I don't. It's because you don't have dark vision. I will have to.
Yeah, I can't see.
I-
Yeah. You know,
The Shaukin,
Yeah, I
however, may have dark vision. Let me see.
he has dark vision, and I'll tell him to attack whatever enemy I think. But you're right. I was getting excited thinking that I could put him in that
So
space there because
so
he's
this is
small,
how I'm going to
but-
play it. You're
Yeah.
when you summon him, because you're blind, he shows up wherever. Then you can direct him to move because he has 2 actions.
Okay.
So one
Cool.
action can be move, second action to be attack. What do you want him to do?
Well, he's small, so why don't? Good question. I might
I'll
have
let
to
him.
roll
I'll let him squeeze into this space since he's small.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a D2 and deciding, but I think this is where he's best to be. So let's put him there. Well, let's turn off ping. Let's grab him. Can I target with him now? Hold on. Yes. All right. He will attack, but I don't have his sheet, right? Is he? Oh, he's there. Okay, let's see if I can get his sheet.
Here, I'll put him right
Probably.
there. That's better.
Okay, I don't think I can get his sheet.
What the hell is this thing again? Let me see.
A Shaukin. It's a fiend. It will attack. It's going to make it makes a D9, a Jaws D9, a Jaws +9 attack.
Okay, sounds cool.
Should I just roll it? I'll put a modifier 9 and roll a D20. I could do that.
Let me see. Do you have control of his character sheet? If you do, you
No.
can do it from his character sheet.
I can't control his character
Hold
sheet
on.
because I see
Let me
him in
try. Let me try to do this.
Oh,
for
wait a
you.
minute. What about in the compact
Let me try to
tracker,
do
though?
this for you. Now, do you have
Okay.
it? I'm trying to drop it into you.
Let's see.
If not,
No.
I'll make the attack for you.
Yeah, I don't. I can't control him. I click on a sheet, nothing happens.
Okay, so who do you want? Who do you want?
He'll attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's on the wrong
He
faction.
start.
That's why you can't control him.
Oh, right. Oh no, he's in the right faction now.
Yeah.
I just can't bring up his character sheet by clicking him. I'd have to be DM.
No,
to do that,
try
I
it.
think.
Try it again. I think I dropped his character.
Oh, there's a couple of them in the combat tracker now, though. There's 2 of them. Hold on. Okay, you brought it up for me. Now I can do it. Okay. Where is his damn attack on here? I should know this. Is it down?
So you
Here it
have to
is.
have him target the enemy, and his attack
Yeah,
should be.
I-
Yeah.
He's targeting him. He's targeting him fanatic-wise. And okay, Jaws 9. It hits. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so he does this. He does 4 there, and then he does.
He has fire jackal saliva, which is
yeah,
a
fire
poison.
jackals.
Oh, this sucks,
Yeah.
man. Okay,
Yeah,
so this kobold has to roll a fortitude save, DC 17.
that's right. Yep. You're gonna roll it, or
I can
don't
roll
think-
it.
I think you should roll it, yeah.
He critically fails.
Crit
He goes
fail.
into
Hell yeah.
stage 2 of the poison. I will apply that to the kobold.
Right on.
This kobold's gonna
1d6
die of poison.
And he's clumsy, too. He's clumsy.
Clumsy,
I love
clumsy is not good for the kobold. Not at
No.
all.
Nice job.
There you go.
There we
That was
That's what I like to do.
fantastic. That's a clutch move, especially though you're blind. Being blind, that's a fantastic turn. Okay.
Now you'll have to, just reposition properly. Okay.
This kobold was the one that was sneak attacking Gunthar. He's going to continue doing that. He's got Gunthar off guard because Gunthar is blind. He's going to take the opportunity to use his sneak attack damage. That should be an additional 1d4 damage. Because of sneak attack. So that's an additional 2 damage. And he's going to go for a second attack, hoping that he can take Gunthar down. So second action to reload the sling, third action, attack again. But he misses. I'm going to take out the extra Shaoqing. There we go.
I just realized I could have probably attacked more than once with the Shaoqing, right?
No,
Like
because
just make it move?
he has 2 actions on your turn, and one action has
right,
to be
yes.
a move.
Yeah, you're correct.
So
All right.
on his next turn, he can attack twice.
Yeah.
Scarlet,
I
you're up.
lost.
Okay.
Do you,
At the beginning, I
are you
thought-
blind? Yes, you are.
I am blind. So, since I keep hearing Tartuccio talking and all that, and I saw him before he cast because with the where I'm positioned, I think I could see him.
If you want to target Tartuccio, you have to roll 2 flat checks and succeed in them. The first flat check you have to roll is to target the proper square. That's a flat check DC 10. The second flat check you have to is to be the fact that he's hidden from you.
And if you fail that first one,
If you fail either, you waste your spell.
But could
Okay,
she
you know
also accidentally hit Jathal?
Yeah.
I wouldn't play it like that. I guess
Okay,
you
okay.
could.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in order to do that, we have to have you actually blind and ask you which square do you target, kind of thing, which I don't want to do because you already know the positions.
Okay, so then I will not do that. I will go then to my second thing that I thought that I was going to do. I'm going to move here.
Where?
If move my character.
You might be stuck in a wall here.
Okay, for me, below Gunther. Yeah, there. Perfect. And then I am going to do battle medicine on him. Which is basically a 3-1.
They should make you do that that blind targeting.
Right.
Yeah, you still have to do blind targeting because the battle medicine is ability where you have to target something. Because you're blind, you don't know what square you're targeting. So you're walking around blindly with your healing utensils. So in order to get him, you're guessing whether or not you're going to be able to get him. So you need a flat DC 11 skill check. A flat
Even if
DC.
I'm that near, I couldn't like touch him to know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Feeling around in front of her. Could get touchy, but
Let me see. You can't detect anything. Okay. So let's say you use tactile to detect. That's fine. I'll go because the rules as written does allow that.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
Because it says you can't
Okay.
detect anything using vision, but she's saying she's touching around. Eventually, you'll bump into Gunthar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't bump too hard.
Yeah. It could
Yeah,
get
because
touchy.
he
as
doesn't have that many hit points left.
Okay, let's do and pray that the 3 wounds is what we can for him. Okay.
That's a success.
Success.
Good.
Nice.
Gunthar's
Very
looking a lot
nice.
better. You still have a third action on your turn.
Okay, my third action is. Let me check for a moment. I'm going to target Talus. I do the touching thing too.
You already
And
did battle medicine today on Talos earlier, remember?
Ow.
Yes, but I have let me show you the medic dedication, and I can use it one more time.
Oh, okay. Go ahead then. If you have a feat that lets you.
So, success.
Oh, good. Nice.
There we go.
Okay, things are looking a lot better now. Gunthar, you're up. You're blind.
Yep. I don't know where anybody is.
So you tell me what you want to try to do. You don't know where anybody is, but you did see those kobolds before you went blind, so you know their general direction.
All right, I'm going to change and bring up a shield.
Okay.
So that's one action.
Good
and then
choice.
I'm going to charge up the hallway. See if I can shield bash somebody.
What do you mean by charge up the hallway? You trying to move through the kobolds?
Yeah, I'll shield bash towards that direction.
Are you attacking the kobold or trying to move through it? Two different actions.
I'm going to attack it.
Okay, so you can attack the kobold in front of you. You roll a flat d20. If you fail the flat d20, your attack is wasted.
A flat d20. Holy crap.
That is success. You may target and attack that kobold.
Cool.
I can't seem to target him, so I'm not sure how I target this.
You could do it from the combat tracker.
I'll target him for you.
I don't know which one is that.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. If you hover, yeah, it's not really showing it. You're not showing us the numbers, which is a good thing.
Should be one right there.
There, I got him targeted.
So that's shield boss.
Yeah, shield boss. That is a critical hit with your shield.
Critical.
You charge him with your shield and bash his skull. He's gone. That's all it took.
Nice.
So he's dead.
Wow.
You've made an opening. You still have a third action. I guess you're going to charge into that opening, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Far out.
You're on the edge of the darkness. Just a little bit more to go, and you're out of this darkness.
So I changed weapon to shield.
Oh no, you can equip. You can equip both.
Moved.
You raised your shield. You didn't change weapon. You're equipped a shield and a sword.
Right. Okay.
So you raising the shield.
I have one more action.
You move forward as your third action. I was assuming because you started down there.
Okay, raise shield and then attack and then move forward. Yep.
Yeah. Which is exactly what you needed because you guys need to make an opening here. This kobold over here, he sees you coming up. He's getting a little scared. He's gonna turn his attention towards you and start attacking. You're still
how come he?
You're still blind.
How come he doesn't have the? But why doesn't that kobold have the clumsy? That's the one that I hit, right?
No,
It's not.
that's the one that got killed.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me make sure. That's not gonna hit.
Mm.
And then the kobold is gonna do his second attack against your little demon. He does not like that little thing.
Shao Keen. Of course he will.
Hold on, I gotta make a multi-attack penalty.
Oh, right. This is the second attack.
He does hit your demon.
What is that? The demons. I think that's should hit the. Oh no, that it is 16. Yep. I was thinking of the other one I had.
Okay, he does some 6 points of damage to your demon.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna go for a Hail Mary on the demon. Looks like the demon's easier to hit than Gunthar. But that's not gonna cut it.
Huh.
Tartuk, the great and the wise. He looks at you. He says, "Pretenders playing at ruling. Let me show you what true power looks like." So he is going to well, Araman, you're like right on his right in his face. So he looks at you and he is going to cast a spell against you.
I don't have anything to do. I don't have reactions.
You don't have any reactions. And
No.
Jathal's reactions are not protective, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
I can't see him cast the spell.
No, I gotta roll it. So he is casting will save on your part. You have a regular success. He cast fear against you, so you are frightened 1.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. And then Tartuccio's gonna hightail it. Well, that's what is his.
Oh, bastard.
Well, he's a sneaky kind of guy. He's not gonna
Yeah.
stay there and let you whack his face.
Could we rephrase that sneaky to cowardly?
Well, both. I mean, one from you. You're hardly able to tell one from the other sometimes.
Right.
How long does this stupid dark spell last?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't know how long this dark spell lasts. Maybe one of your magically inclined people can help you. But he failed to even recognize the darkness spell.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, couldn't see it because it was dark.
I would not be able to do that because I'm a divine spellcaster. I can do darkness or arcane because of my skill, but it's not my school. So I wouldn't be able to.
All right. So this kobold's going to come here, plug the gap. So you can't. You guys don't have much of a way to get through them. I mean, you can still tumble through them. He's going to keep attacking Gunthar. That's with a miss.
Yes.
Multi-attack. Even off guard, he's missing a lot. Because Gunthar's got his shield up. That's 2 misses.
Yes.
No good. Okay, Araman, you're up. You got fear 1. It's not too bad.
So 5, 10, 15. Do I see him?
Yeah, you see him. He's hightailing him.
Okay. What I'm going to do is cast Briny Bolt
Go ahead.
on him. Oh, 17?
His armor class is too damn high.
Yeah. I didn't use fear, but yeah. And that's my action.
You know what? If you were not feared, you might have been able to hit him. I think because of the fear he put on you. Okay, Talos, you're up. I know we're going a little. We might be going a little bit over time, but we just want to finish this up. Talos, yeah, you're moving that little demon. That's
Yeah,
okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I just wanted to make it a little clear from. I can hold it over there.
That's a hit.
Whoa.
Sweet.
That's a big bonus. Oh, nice. Sweet. It's dying.
Am
It's
I able to
dead.
squeeze up here?
You can't. In terms of squeezing, you can, but
that's-
you incur a lot of penalties with squeezing, like a clumsy penalty.
It might be easier to hit you.
Okay, so I won't be able to reach it, go in there.
You can't walk on an enemy spot and then attack from there. That's what I mean.
But it's a
Oh, no,
dead
that-
enemy.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. No, if he's
dead,
dead,
yeah.
then it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. And then for my last action, I'm just gonna ray shield.
Excellent. Jathal's up.
All right.
She can reach Tartuccio.
Okay.
Tartuccio screams, "Bad dog! Get! I told you, down, down!"
Oh, that 3 ain't gonna do it.
All right, we still got this kobold over here. He is fighting Gunthar. They're gonna keep taking advantage of you being blind until you get through them. He also gets sneak attack because you are off guard against him.
Okay, so 4 and...
Second attack against
Whoa.
Gunthar. Ooh, so close. You almost went down on that one. Third attack, he's gonna go for Talos. Neg, you're up.
Okay. Now that Shaoqin cannot go into either of their squares, even though it's small, right? Gunther and Talos?
No, if it's small, it still has to occupy its own square. There are, if
Then
it's
it's going
tiny,
to-
then yeah.
It'll try to move to here. It'll do a tumble.
That is going to cost
So-
it 2 actions.
Is it going to cost it 2 actions? That's
Yeah.
okay. It only needs one to hit. 2 actions. Okay, so
Yeah,
he wouldn't have
but
a hit.
listen.
Yeah.
You use one
He's only
action.
got 2.
You use one action to command your familiar. You can do that a second time on your round.
Okay, so I could do that, and then come back again and attack it from the other side. Okay. So, but first of all, he's got to do his. And I haven't got his sheet up. His sheet disappeared, so you'll have to bring it up again for me because I can't get it.
Okay, let me. Is it up again?
No. Oh yeah, it was. Wait a minute. It's being hidden behind the map. Okay, hold on. Let me clean up some stuff. Okay, so
what you're rolling is his athletic. His acrobatics.
Yep.
Let me see if he has acrobatics.
Oh, I created his acrobatics. He does.
Oh, in that
was it,
case, he tumbles through to such an effect that you can move up to 10 feet beyond, which you're probably going to want to stay there anyway.
Yeah, I do. And he wants to attack, so he will make his attack with his... Oh, it's way, way, way down there. His attack. Here it is. Jaws 9. I think that's going to hit. Yes. Okay, so damage is this. I did roll the same damage as last time. But now the save, which you will have to make, is against fire jackal saliva. That is a fortitude DC 17. Oh
He
no!
fails in a regular fashion. So he has level
Yeah,
1 jackal saliva.
it says 1d4 poison damage, and he's clumsy for 1 round.
Yeah, so I got it. I got it right here. That's the poison damage.
Okay, he took some
And
damage. Now, yeah, for the rest of my turn, I've been a bit unwise, playing unwisely, because where is Jaco, my shadow isle? My face familiar.
he's on your person. You can have him come out.
Okay, so I have dark vision through him every 10 minutes. So, um, I'm just wondering if I shout out to Azek and Jatho, if they can see Tartuccio. Do you have him in sight, and is he far from you?
No, he's
You
close.
don't. He's close, and you can see him.
Yes.
Well, then I probably want to stumble over here. Yeah, just a bit to the left. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't move. I think I have to move up.
Okay,
Sorry.
so in terms of your actions, you use 1 action to command your summon.
Okay.
You have to use
to
use a second action to sustain the summon. Remember, the summon has to be sustained, or else it disappears.
Okay. So in that case, I only have 1 action left.
Well, technically, what happened? Technically, your the action you gave to command your summon only allowed it to move and then tumble through. You had to use another action to have it attack.
Oh, to attack.
And
Okay.
so
okay.
it's got 1 action left. You're out of actions.
It's got 1 action left. I don't have any actions
every
left.
every
Okay.
time you spend an action on it gets 2 actions.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll attack again with it. That's cool.
Yeah,
I think
and it
it's still-
suffers multi attack.
And one thing I did forget is I forgot to put off guard because it's flanked.
It doesn't matter. It wouldn't have critted anyway.
Okay. So this is going to be a multi-penalty attack from it, or
Yes.
does it just get a regular? Okay.
It's a multi penalty.
So-
Unless you
God,
have some other ability. Let me see. No, well, the Shaoqin has spells, but there are rules against using spells when you're at level on your summon.
Yeah, I read that. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
that. Okay. So let me just make another attack with it then. That's fine. Jaws +9 attack. Here we go. No, that misses.
No.
Damn. It was almost rolled a 20. All right, that's it for my turn then. I can't do anything else. Although I do want to use Jaco to fly to...
That will cost actions.
Okay, yeah, okay. Screw it.
Yeah.
I'm moving on, man. I'm moving on.
All right, the Kobold Fanatic, he's going to go over and flank your little demon.
Can he flank him from there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see where he is. Just... as long as he doesn't hit the party, that's pretty cool.
Because he has the demon off guard, the demon, he gets a sneak attack on your little Shaoqin.
Oh, he probably will go down then.
So he's going to try to take down this thing. The kobolds are very unsettled by this creature. But not enough to kill it. So he's going to try for a second attack with multi-attack penalty. Hopefully, if he hits, he can get rid of this demon because he's scared of it. But he's not going to hit. No.
Yeah.
Scarlet, you're up. Your demon's definitely more than holding its cost. Paying for itself.
I finally spent an hour researching them, and these ones seem to be pretty good in certain situations.
The Tooth Fairy is also pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to stumble through again.
Okay.
When I last heard of the guys of Gunther, and I'm going to try and do the last medicine check on him.
Yeah. Because, man, he's gotten pretty beat up.
What do I have? Okay, there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's this.
You are okay. This is your second battle medicine on Gunter.
For him.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Okay.
him.
So just you gotta keep track of. There
Oh
you
yeah,
go. You're good.
in Gunter, if you see, he has immune to battle medicine, and now I'm going to add that too.
Okay.
Now I don't think that actually healed him though. It didn't. That was he targeted? Yeah. Because he had
Did it?
20 and he still has 20 wounds.
Oh,
Okay, then
let
I'll
me
just move
fix that.
that.
I'll fix. Oh, there we go. We
Yeah,
fixed it.
there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, you guys are playing
Okay.
great. This is how you're supposed to play because the tank starts taking big whacks and then you keep it alive.
Okay, so I did that. That was
That's
one
that
movement
costs 2
and an
actions.
action. And I am going to use my focus spell from my race, the Aronian berry, and I'm going to try to give him an Aronian berry
Well,
so he can.
if you cast that spell, you create a berry in your hand. It's going to cost actions to give that berry to anybody or try to deliver it. So you can create the berry in your hand. That's what the spell does. But if you want him to
Okay.
eat it, you have to give it to him, and he has to take it and use an action to eat it.
Okay, then what I'm going to do then is make it and have my hand out.
Okay. So you can so you create the berry in your hand. That's the end of your turn. Gunthar, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna. Since this dude in front of me is flanked, I'm gonna hit him shield boss again.
He is flanked,
Right on.
but you are still blind. So you still need to roll a flat DC 11 D20 check.
Well, that didn't work.
Your first attack is wasted on air.
I can't roll for squat.
Second attack is wasted on air.
I'm gonna take that berry and eat it.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay, I will let you consolidate your actions. For your third action, you can take the berry and eat it, but technically, it's pretty bad because what you got to do is put your shield away where you have a free hand, then take the berry and then
Oh,
eat it.
seriously? No, screw that. I'll just attack.
That's
No, but wouldn't he be able to just put it on the tip of his sword and flip it up in the air and
I
swallow
cannot
it?
roll tonight.
I would give you a master level, I guess, acrobatics check to do that, especially if you're blind.
Yeah, hero point. I'm gonna use one.
Okay, he really wants to hit, but you're on third multi-attack penalty. You know that, right? Oh my god! Well, you know what? Get all those nat ones out of your system, so you're not going to roll any more later.
That's true. Yeah, it does get him out of the way.
I can't believe it. 3 nat ones.
Yeah.
Tartuk looks at you and says, you think you are winning, but I have all of you badly deceived." Tartuk snaps his fingers, and what you see is an illusory wall disappears from over there.
Oh, bastard.
Tartuk uses warp step to move super fast, and he scurries through the illusory wall. And I guess the only person who could see him is Talos. Talos, you see Tartuk phase out of the wall. He looks at you, he blows you a kiss, and then he just puts himself straight and drops down a hole. He says, "Follow me if you dare." Okay. And he just disappears down the hole.
Real quick, was the hole already there, or did he make the hole?
No, the hole was there.
Mm.
It was illusory, but obviously when he snapped his finger, it all disappeared. When Tartuk disappears from the scene, the darkness goes away.
Oh, yay, finally.
So Tartuk is abandoning his kobolds.
So it's a high duration spell, that darkness.
Well, we've only done 3 rounds, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
But even stuff that goes beyond 3 rounds or does 3 rounds.
So everybody can see again. So this kobold, he looks around, and the first thing is the other kobold says, "Kill that demon! It's horrible. It's scary." So the kobold is gonna attack the demon. Now no more,
Shouting. Oh yeah, it hits it.
but he does not get any bonuses or sneak attack or anything. Wait a second, hold on. Wait, I rolled a sneak attack by mistake. So subtract 4 from that. Would that have killed it?
I don't think 4 would have. Wait, hold on.
I don't
Where the
remember
heck
how many
is it?
hit
There
points.
it is. It had 22, and it says it has 22 now.
No. We have to
say.
know how many wounds it had before I attacked it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I remember it did get hit before.
Oh, it had 15. It had 15 wounds.
So 15 minus 4, so it's not dead yet. So
It's yeah, 19. That sounds right.
there we go.
4 hit points left. Ooh.
So this kobold's gonna do his second multi-attack against it, try to kill it.
Yeah, it'll be gone. Could it
no, the second multi-attack is hard to hit it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's AC is not terrible,
well.
but
that'll do it. That'll do it.
Now wait a minute. It's a 17 AC. And I don't think he has off guard on it. Has he still got off? Or wait a minute, its AC is 16. Oh no, you're right. Forget. I keep thinking it's AC is 17, but it's the imp that has 17. My apologies.
Yeah, I might have had a problem because I had off guard on it earlier. That's why I rolled that extra damage.
Yeah. Oh, that just gets it and kills it. Shit.
This kobold has a third attack, but he's going to say, but Tartuk, great and wise, you must wait for me. And he's going to try to go for that hole. He's going to move.
Target of attack of
Yeah,
opportunity.
that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Well, since I have the shield out,
There you go.
That's a hit. Make sure you target him when you roll damage. I don't think you have him targeted.
yeah, I had a different one targeted. I have the other one. So this guy is Fanatic 1.
Yeah, Fanatic 1.
Got him now.
Oh, you nab him, but he manages to run all the way over the hole. He once again jumps towards the hole, folds his body in a straight line, and then slides down the hole. Aramin, you're up. Tartuk just pulled a fast one on you. He had a escape.
5, 10, 15. 20. So that's one movement. I think my movement is 25.
Yeah. You're stuck in a wall. That's why it's got you doing that.
All right, so I get here. I don't think I can see that cobalt.
You made one movement. You have 2 more movements.
Let's see. What can I cast that's 1? Nothing. So I might as well just 5, 10. I'll go there. And yeah, I'm just gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna move here.
All right.
That should use all my movement.
Okay. Talos is up.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here.
Self-flanking. But
Yep, that is. But I'm gonna go for a grapple on this one.
okay. Grapple is against the Fortitude DC of this kobold. 16 is what you need to hit. You successfully grab him. Let me go. Let me go.
Okay, and since I have a shield, I'm technically. I only have one free hand, huh?
Yeah. You can attack something you have grappled. You know that, right? You can, because one hand is grappling him. You can use the other hand with which have a shield to shield bash something. Actually, do you have a shield boss? Like
I don't, but I have a bite.
Okay, you can use your bite. You can technically attack on with your third action if you want. If you have him grappled, another thing you can do is try to move him. It's called reposition, but that will require an attack action, attack skill check. It's an athletics check.
Okay. Okay, I'll just leave him grapple like this. And question is, when you have someone just grabbed, is it off guard?
Yes, it's off guard. It's off guard to everybody if you have him grabbed.
Okay, I missed, so that'll be my turn.
All right. Jathal. Jathal is very pissed off that Tartuccio outsmarted her again. Your influence with Jathal is somewhere in the middle. So do you want to still command Jathal, or is she going to start independently doing her own thing?
I would say to Jathal to come over here so we can regroup and get the bastard.
Okay, you're going to need to roll diplomacy because she's enraged and bent on revenge, and she's looking to go after him herself.
Well, she's got to come this way anyways.
Well, we'll roll a diplomacy on her first. See if you succeed. If not, she's going to go off on her own. Yeah, she's going off on her own. So Jathal is going to go through the same illusory wall that Tartuccio went through.
Wait a minute. When you say illusory wall, maybe that wasn't clear to me, because I wouldn't have walked around if I knew that you could walk through an illusory wall.
Well, you saw Tartuccio go through it.
I didn't understand what you meant.
Okay.
You said something about that I would have just walked through at that point. Damn it. Please, I know I should know what that means, knowing that I play 5e, but
Jathal
went right over my head.
Runs through the wall and goes herself down this hole, hell bent on destroying this freaking kobold gnome that's been just absolutely making her miserable. Kobold is up. He has you actually, yes, even though you have this kobold grabbed, he's still capable of flanking when you have him grabbed, so he has you flanked. He's going to try to spear you with you flanked.
Oh.
He is so sad he missed. This kobold says, no, come on. Okay, great Tartuk, save me. And he runs off down the hole. Right after Jathal.
Wait a minute. I don't get an attack of opportunity.
You already used it because you have one reaction per round.
Did on the other dude, okay.
Yeah, so he leaves combat. And then this last kobold's left, and the last kobold screams out, I surrender, please, don't hit me, no, stop, I surrender. Do you accept the surrender, or are you going to kill him?
Kill him.
Okay. Neg, you're up.
All right, well, I'll kill him for you. Now, question, well, I can get to here, I guess. I'll ask Talos if he minds if I kill him, or try to kill him.
Question, John. I'm not a cleric of Shalin, but if I hear that somebody wants to surrender,
you don't have an edict, so it's not part of what you have to do.
Okay.
It's up to your
that
character.
was my question.
Yeah, if you're a champion, you have to try to let somebody surrender.
I would basically, what I do is
Not Jathal's brand of champion, the other brand.
Yeah, I figured.
I move, I hold out my lustrous chunk of cold iron and holding it straight at that kobold, and I just ask the party, do you want him dead or do you want him for questioning?
He can't tell us anything. Kill him.
Okay,
We could go
that's
for
one
it because
vote.
if J-Tal went down the hole, right? Or is going
Yeah.
down the hole?
Jathal went down the
I
hole
think
right
he went
after right after Tartuk. She's impassioned and hell bent on destroying him.
Okay.
And you guys don't have
votes
enough
for-
influence to control her right now.
so
I
there's
don't think
two
we have
votes
time for questions. I think we should do clear on follow.
Yep.
2 votes for dispatching. Any other votes?
Take him out. We can't afford to leave it behind us.
All right, Nick.
Well,
You can attack this kobold.
it.
He's off guard to you because he's grabbed.
Yes, I've got off guard button pressed. Just a sec here. I'm way down my spell list. Here we are. Needle darts. Let's attack him. Oh, yes, that will hit him. For only 5 damage, though, plus some bleed.
Okay.
He's still alive.
So the kobold is up. His only well, it's not his only action, but he's gonna try to break out of your grapple. So what he's gonna do this round is athletics against your grapple DC. Your grapple DC is your your grapple DC is your athletics number plus 10. I don't think he's gonna be successful. He's not very good at this. Okay, that fails. He's going to try to break out of the grapple again, but now he's incurring multi-attack penalty, which is making him even less successful. Nope. Now he's got multi-attack penalty 3, so he has to roll a nat 20 to break out of your grapple. Nope. Kobold's stuck. It's over for him. Scarlet, you're up. Oh, this is also the poisoned one, so I think.
Okay.
No, it's not the poison one.
That's a bleed.
I am going to use one interaction and put that berry into Gunther's mouth so he can be healed.
Sure, you can do
Since
that.
that's-
Gunther opens his mouth and you just slap a berry in his mouth.
Let me heal him with that one.
It's the best thing about playing a druid is being able to justify force feeding people.
Yes. That's funny.
And then I am going to target him, the other kobold, and
Hold
do
on. Hold on. Go back and look at what the heal did. You had the wrong thing targeted.
You healed the
Oops.
kobold by mistake. I will put his hit points back.
I mean, I can put it back.
No,
Do you want me to
I put it back. I put it back. Yeah, you
Okay.
you healed the kobold by mistake.
Okay, then give me one moment.
Okay, let me heal Gunther. I'll fix it. There you
Thank
go.
you.
Good catch.
We're still not there yet. You only did 2. There we go. Now we're good.
There we go.
Okay, let me check that I'm actually targeting the kobold. Yeah. Then do the frostbite on it. Then that ends my turn.
All right, Gunther, you're up.
And I'm going to move. And I'm going to strike. Shield, since that's still what I'm armed with.
Oh no, you have your sword and your shield. You don't have
All right.
you don't have to put your sword away to arm your shield.
Got it.
You got it, yeah.
Sword then.
Yeah.
He is off guard to you, but it wouldn't have made a difference. So
But target him for damage, because I don't think you targeted him. Did you?
there you go.
Yeah, I guess not.
Oh, it's almost over for him.
Yeah,
This
we're torturing him.
oh, he's gone. That's
yeah,
it. That's it for him.
yeah, nice, nice. Yeah,
You are
he's dead.
victorious in this difficult combat. You guys had to overcome Tartuccio's devilish spells, but you guys are victorious. However, at this time, you notice that Jathal has escaped, run down the hole after Tartuccio. So you guys get to choose. Do you want to sit here and heal up, or do you want to go straight in after her? We are at time for the game too, of course.
Of course. I'm going to jump in after her.
Yep.